talkSPORT update with Trusted Trader. Find top-notch tradespeople in your area, all who pass the Trusted Trader 15-point assessment.
talkSPORT.
Good afternoon with your headlines at 2 minutes past 4. I'm Uma Gurav. Steve Clarke doesn't want his Scotland side to feel the fear of failure in tonight's Crunch World Cup qualifier against Denmark. They've not made the tournament since 1998 but will qualify with a win. Clarke's admitted nights like these are the reason he took the role.
A lot of people were saying don't touch it, it's a poison chalice, you can't do this. I looked at the group of players and I said, I see some quality there, I see a group of players. I look forward to working with this group of players.
Bannon believes Scotland have got to turn the tables on Denmark, who'll not after a chemical spill at a school. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With expert technicians in all our centres across the country, we'll keep your car's inbuilt safety tech in top condition this winter. Book today at quickfit.com.
Rain spreading southeast to most parts through the day. Snow and ice affecting some northern areas. It's feeling very cold in the breeze.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT with me, the housewife's favourite, Andy Goldstein. And, well, some people like him. It's Darren, by the way. It's Darren Bent.
By the way, Darren Bent, the people's favourite, the people's champ.
Are you the people's champ?
Yeah, people's favourite.
Which one? People's favourite or people's champ?
Both.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Self-appointed?
As everyone's riding through the streets of London on my Lion bike, Bentley, you're the best. Oh, stop that, lads. I love you too.
Really?
Yeah.
All your family are in London, right? Right, Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We found out what Antoine Semenyo's release clause triggers this January. Only £65 million. Who needs the Bournemouth man the most? Former England defender, Bent is old captain at Charlton. Luke Young joins us in the studio for an hour. That's going to be great. And Bent is going to give us his England 11 that won't be making the squad. And we need you to tell us where they would finish in the World Cup. And, of course, Tuesday means, of course, the voice. Yes! Adam Smith joins us in the studio to look at the busy world of boxing, all that. Plus, we'll look ahead to a huge night for Scotland and Wales as they look to reach the World Cup. This is Drive, this is talkSPORT. If you want to be a part of the show, it's very simple. 03717 223344.
Obviously, you've got to shout out the females in that. Who's your top three females?
Who's my top three females?
Well, no, I mean, Jack,
Well, it would be
Jack,
no.
Jack, before you're going to play that, there's context to that.
Yeah.
That get you in trouble, that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just.
My answer to that would be my wife and my two children.
But the question context was what female sports athletes.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, you just said who'd you fancy the most.
No, it wasn't that.
I think you did.
I would
say
never
that.
do that.
Before we start today's show.
But let's not. You better apologise to me now for saying that.
Saying what? He played it, I didn't play it. Before we start today's show, let's say a round of applause to the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, our mate Fabio Wardley.
Legend.
How about that?
Yeah.
Fabio Wardley, newly crowned. I like that.
White collar boxer to world champion of the world.
That's never been done before.
It's mad.
Yeah. Where do you think? So I spoke to him last night. Where do you think he was? What do you think he was doing, rather, when he found out he was heavyweight champion of the world?
In the gym?
No, he was feeding his child.
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
Well, he's got a little text message. I wonder if you got a phone call or text message. By the way,
text. I text from.
By the way, mate, you're world champion. WBO.
So I texted him saying, please tell me you're on the toilet when they phoned you. And he said, no, I was feeding my little one. I went, oh, that's nice. Congratulations, mate.
Oh, beautiful. I wonder what the process is now. Do they send him the belt? What happens?
I don't know. It's a very good question. I don't want to disturb him. He's having his time at the moment, but he'll come on our show.
Do you know what's funny, though, is that now he's a world champion, like, almost you just get elevated and you're like, yeah, I'm the man now. Do you know what I mean?
Imagine that. Just get the phone. Hello. Yeah. You're heavyweight champion of the world. Okay. See you later. Bye.
What he's going to fight next? Big purses now. Champion.
Yeah, now he's heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
Now he can command, right? Where's he go next? What's the next fight?
Well, do you know what I fancy? I mean, Usyk is a different level. But other than Usyk, I think he's got a chance. I'm not saying he beats everyone, but he's got a chance against every other heavyweight.
Well, my guess would be that after Anthony Joshua weaves Jake Paul's head into the canvas,
It might be that.
that might be the fight.
Man, I'm telling you now, if I'm AJ, I don't want any part of that. That's what happened.
You're not?
That's what happened with Dubois. Dubois was
right.
punching him around.
Yeah. Wardley's not fighting Dubois yet, is he?
No, I mean,
that's another big fight.
Yeah. I mean,
big fights out there.
There were some big punches in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Dubois AJ, like, I mean, Wardley, Dubois would be incredible.
Hold on, Wardley, Dubois would be incredible.
Yeah, because they're just both big punchers.
Yep.
But I think
AJ Wardley would be amazing.
Yeah, but my thing is, I think Wardley has shown that he can take punishment. I'm not sure AJ can take a clean crack to the face, and Wardley will hit him.
When you say crack to the face, that sounds painful.
Think of some of Wardley's punches.
I know. He don't stop either.
No.
I mean, we've seen that with the last couple of fights, right? Lose.
Bang. That's all it is.
Work as well. What's that? Now we've got a busy show. Your mate Luke Young will be with us in the studio a bit later.
Yeah, I love Youngie.
Youngie.
One of my favourite teammates.
I was having this conversation with a mate of mine yesterday on the golf course. I said sometimes ex-players come in that Bentley knows, and he calls them the nickname, and what do I do? And he went,
call him Youngie.
Do I call him not Luke?
No. Do you know what's good about Youngie?
Go on.
He was like probably one of the most honest teammates, right?
In what way, honest?
So if I'm not pulling my weight up the top, mate, he's not going penny. Like, he was scream it.
Okay.
One particular game,
that's why he was captain, right?
One particular game, West Ham, right? Now Gerard Houllier had said to me, Bentley, like stay in between the width of the box, but I knew this problem would arise because if the fullbacks have got the ball, they need an out ball, so they need me to either run the channel or show or something.
Yeah.
And the first couple of times Youngie got the ball, kept giving it away because I wasn't giving him an option. And then he said to me, Bentley, mate, your movement, beep. And I mean, at Upton Park, screamed it. And then about 4 minutes later, he crossed the ball in, header, goal. And he's like, that's better, son, that's better. But
good player, right?
Yeah.
Good player. Played for Spurs, played for Villa.
Good captain, good leader.
Yeah.
Even like...
And played under some big names as well.
I'm pretty sure as well. He'll be able to tell us. He had to have injections in his hip because he couldn't move him.
A lot of you did, right?
No, but he had to have loads. Quite a few injections in his.
What's he doing now? Do you know?
No, but do you know what's funny about him? So he lived in London, right?
Lives in Spain now.
Yeah, but he lived in London.
Yeah.
So he spent most of his career commuting from wherever he played because he didn't want. I think he was in Wimbledon at the time.
Didn't want to move.
The moment he retired, went to Spain. What? But Ibiza. He went to Ibiza.
Yeah, because you can't live in Ibiza and play football in the Premier League.
No, I understand that, but then why not move around?
No, but that's probably the only place he wanted to live in the country.
I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't surprise me. I need to ask him though if he was commuting when he was playing for Middlesbrough. Now that's not possible.
On a daily basis.
Not on a daily basis, but...
No, he couldn't have done it. He played for England as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great guy.
Look forward to that. And Adam Smith will be joining us as well. Talking of Fabio Wardley.
I can't wait to speak to Smudger about it. I've got so many questions about the weekend's fight.
Yeah, me too. So it's a busy show, but we're going to start with Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. He'll be available for just £65 million in January.
A few people were worried about you, and saying that you sound a bit like...
No, I'll tell you what it is. That's very kind. Because I was up early this morning. I was playing golf. I've been in the cold for like 4 or 5 hours. I just think it's that.
Okay, yeah. So there's Billy.
What's Billy said? Read out Billy's.
He just said, Andy sounds like he's got a clothesline peg on his nose.
No.
So, who needs him the most?
Semenyo goes on with a run! What a goal! It's 2-2!
The way the Bournemouth play suit perfectly for him, so it's extraordinary play.
We ask him a lot, offensively, in the duels, defensively, and both wings. We're trying to mix it up a little bit with him, but he's giving a very good level, yes.
He's taken everyone by storm this season. He's both-footed, he can go both ways. He scores goals, he assists.
Brooks his cross, Semenyo's there, and he's tucked it in through Allison, and a route back in for Bournemouth.
Yes, the Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo has a £65 million release clause that becomes active in January. It is, however, only active until a certain date to allow Bournemouth to replace him if he is sold. He's scored 6 goals and 3 assists in 12 games in all comps so far this season. You're a big fan of his, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about this last night. I think I was the first one to put it on the WhatsApp group, and then there was lots of chat about it. I read this online late last night. And everyone was saying, go get him. £65 million is not... Is £65 million in today's game quite cheap now, do you think, for a really good player?
Yeah, when you talk about a proven Premier League player now, been at Bournemouth for 4 years, his education, of course, in terms of his footballing education, coming from Bristol City, spent a bit of time at Bath as well, Newport County, Sunderland for a season as well. I quite like these type of stories because sometimes some players are just not ready, But he looks like now, because even moments...
How old is he?
So he is currently, right now as we speak, 25. So he's still quite young, but he's getting to,
yeah.
But some people just take longer than others. Some people develop straight away, some people don't. He's been at Bournemouth, as I said, 4 years. But it just feels like he's shown flashes at a time when he's been at Bournemouth. But it just feels like this season, it seems like it's all coming together. Now, I don't know whether that's because they've lost kind of big players and he's almost gone, all right, I'll take it upon myself to be the man. Because Solanke was the guy last year, wasn't he? Who've done really well, scored loads of goals. Was it last year or the year before? Year before. Yeah, it's like the year before. But this season now, I mean, he has exploded out the traps and he just looks really comfortable in himself. I know he's had not a dry spell, but last couple of goals he scored were against Fulham. But he is still causing... Every game you see him do something and you go, oh my goodness. Like he's one of those rare players where I call certain players like this unstoppable. So like Bale was like that, where...
Oh my God, you could put me in the same bracket?
No, when I say unstoppable, I'm talking about their attributes.
When he's got a ball and he's running.
Right. Attributes. You know when Bale when he started to move, you just couldn't stop him.
He was like racehorse,
right?
Bale, wasn't he? Yeah.
Semenyo's the same. Like where once he gets going and he's going past people and he's gliding, and I think what's good about him is that I think he's naturally left-footed. He can hit both feet and go both ways. So that for a defender, you're going, okay, well, I show him down the line. Okay, he goes down the line, crosses it in. He goes inside. He has a shot with his right foot. I think he's got the full package.
There are some people that suggest maybe he doesn't track back as much, doesn't help out his fullback as much. And that might be because Bournemouth give him that little bit of freedom. That's why we're seeing such a great side of him. Is there a danger that if he goes to a big club, the big club could sort of coach that out of him, like we've seen with other players, including Jack Grealish?
Not particularly, because I think it depends on the team, because a lot's been made of the Jack Grealish, and yes, he's not the same Jack that was at Aston Villa, I understand that, but he did play a big part in one of their probably most historic seasons ever.
I know, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but my point is they got him to play a role which was needed for the team.
Yes.
And they went on to win the treble, right? So if you look back at his time, he'd go, yeah, but he'd probably go, yeah, I didn't play as well as I wanted to.
I'm not saying he failed.
No,
I'm just saying
but I'm saying he will go
a different free-flowing Grealish.
Yeah, but he will probably understand from himself, well, this is what was needed for the team, and look at the rewards at the end of it, a treble. I think Semenyo, with the attributes that he's got, I don't think you can coach that out of him, because he's direct, he can play 1 and 2 touch, but I think players like this, you need to give him the opportunity to go, right, give him the ball, let him go and get the fullback. A little bit like Doku now.
Okay.
Doku for Man City now is unstoppable.
So Man City don't need him, they've got Doku.
Yeah, but again, I don't like doing that. Who needs him?
I know, but he's going to want first-team football.
Yeah, but it's about putting in the squad. When you go to a club like that, you have to be in the squad.
He wants first-team football.
But he can't move then, because you don't.
Well, he can.
Well, he doesn't walk into any team then.
Well, he walks into Tottenham's team.
Okay, but they're not challenging for the league title.
I know, I'm just, but it's still a step up from Bournemouth.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
is he better than Garnacho?
I think he should be playing. I know Spurs are in the Champions League, but I think he should be playing at a team like.
Well, it's a big step, Bournemouth to Man City, Bournemouth to Liverpool.
Mate, you just seen his teammate go from there to Real Madrid, by the way.
Okay.
And
that's incredibly rare. You're right.
And one go to PSG.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So, but I think if you go to Liverpool, I think he can get into any top squad.
Yeah. He doesn't want that.
I think he would.
Do you?
What, to go to a squad that's challenging for everything? Because you're still going to get more than enough minutes.
At the moment, he's a big fish in a little pond, right?
Well, it depends on ambition. I mean, I don't know him personally. His ambition might be get me to City. I'm better than Doku.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I mean? That might be his mindset.
Well, let's take calls on it. We'll take your calls. Who needs Semenyo the most? 0371 722 3344. Is he worth the £65 million? And also, Bournemouth, I think so. Bournemouth fans, you must be devastated that he could be leaving in January. Football fans, we've got a busy show. We've got Luke Young with us in the studio, Adam Smith in the studio talking boxing. But when we come back, we'll take your calls on Semenyo. Who needs him the most? 03717 223344. Dial that. You can have your say next. Live on Drive on talkSPORT.
knows. Jack knows.
Why are you doing this, Jack?
Jack knows. You know he let me down earlier, but he hasn't now.
I play way too much Michael Jack. I'm not comfortable with it.
Why we play? No, I'm not comfortable. I'm comfortable with it. What the greatest?
You know, you just had an argument with yourself. I didn't say anything throughout that.
The greatest musical artist of all time.
He's not, mate.
He is, mate.
He's not better than Elvis.
Well, I think he is.
All right, that's fair enough. So you can't massively fact.
No, but there'll be a lot of people that say Elvis is better, and there'll be a lot of people that say Michael's better.
Yeah, but you can't say he's the greatest.
In my opinion,
yeah, well, you got to say that beforehand because you're wrong.
Actually,
in my opinion.
Hey, record sales says otherwise.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Well, it's fair.
No, because when Elvis came out, right, records were less accessible. There weren't high street shops where you could go and get. It's totally different time.
Okay, should we go Spotify streams?
No, because it's different genre of people listening to Michael Jackson to Elvis.
No, but just Spotify streams. I think Michael Jackson has about 70 million listens on
no, because to exaggerate a point to prove a point, right? Michael Jackson, if you compared him to Beethoven, right, totally different genres.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't say definitively Jackson's better than Beethoven, can you? But the people around today aren't necessarily Beethoven fans, classical music fans.
Entertainer. How about that?
Jimmy Tarbuck's probably top of that list.
Better than Michael. Jimmy who?
Tarby Lynch on the golf course.
No, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Trust me, Joe. I don't know either. No, Joe, you're right. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Don't knock Jimmy Tarbuck, mate.
No, he's talking about you. Yeah, Joe, you're right.
Jack didn't even say that.
Well, that's not Jack, that's Joe.
I know, but I look at Joe when I slag off Jack. Right? It's just more comfortable for me. It's your drive and talk sport with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and Just Eat score a home win with mouth-watering match day meals in time for kick-off. Still to come. Yeah, I shouldn't do that, really. Adam Smith will join us in the studio to discuss a busy week in the world of boxing. Just quickly, Norwich have appointed former Rangers manager Philippe Clement as their head coach. What do you make of that, by the way? I was listening this morning to the breakfast show when they were talking about that, and it's almost like you're weighing up now Premiership football and Championship football. Like one manager goes from one to the other. It's like the same level for management. Would you agree with that or not?
What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, he was the Rangers manager, and now he's gone to a club in the Championship.
Yeah.
Is that where is that quite a similar level of coaching?
No, it's about you got sacked from. Okay, he got sacked from the Rangers.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting a Premier League job.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so the next step down is Championship.
Would you say the Championship and Premiership are the same? That's what I'm saying. Ooh. That's what they were discussing on the breakfast show this morning.
I mean, it's such an hard. Do you know it's hard to compare because I think finances and money play a big part. Now, I think if Rangers and Celtic were in the Premier League and they got the same financial backing that our clubs get,
yeah, but I know, but it's an
so it's hard.
It's a rational argument.
It's hard because what I will say is I've seen Championship players go over to Celtic and Rangers and turn themselves into absolute superstars.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking of.
But struggle here.
Yeah, I know exactly what you think of. Man United striker Benjamin Sesko is out for around a month with an injury. So glad we cancelled that bet. Right, we'll take your calls. Who needs Semenyo the most? 03717223334. I can't see my switchboard because something's, again, they've mirrored up and something's over it. Can you tell me who's on line one? Greg is on line one. Hello, Greg.
Shout out, Greg.
Hello, boys. How are we?
Oh, great, man. How are you today?
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much.
What would you like to say?
Right, well, I'm 60 years a Liverpool fan, and I think we desperately need Semenyo to Liverpool. Multiple reasons. On the first hand, he can play either wing, and we need a replacement for Diaz, and we need somebody ready to take over the mantle for Salah. I also think we really need somebody of his quality to kickstart what has so far been a rather poor season.
It's a really good, you know, Greg, it's a really good point in that. The fact that he can play on both sides. And I think for so long now, you've been able to depend on Salah on that right-hand side season upon season. And don't get me wrong, he has been one of the best players we've ever seen in this country. But the signs are that he potentially maybe is slowing down a fraction, Salah. So I think the thought process of, he'll be all right, we've got Salah on that side, so we'll just take care of the rest. I think now all of a sudden, you have to start addressing both sides now.
I agree. Good call. Let's go to Tom, who joins us now. Hello, Tom, Bristol City fan. You all right, Tom?
Hi, gents. How you doing? You okay?
I'm great, man. Thanks for asking. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad at all, thanks, Andy. Yeah, not too bad.
Good. What would you like to say?
Well, I was just calling up to say, really, any club in the Premier League, I think, would be lucky to have him. You know, I was just going to pick up on the point you made there about whether he can, you know, trap back and whether he can do a job defensively. And from what I saw of him at Bristol City, he can absolutely do that. He can and he will. I think his value is not just his ability, but it's his attitude as well. He's spot on. And yeah.
Can I ask you a question? If we're talking about the possibility of him going to like a Liverpool, could he go to a Barcelona?
Do you know what? His ability, maybe, but his attitude, definitely.
Okay.
And I think with these big teams, it's so much of it is attitude.
Yeah, agreed.
And he's got the right attitude to exceed wherever he goes, in my opinion. So yeah, definitely attitude-wise and ability. I don't think he's too far away from that, to be honest.
But you know what? If his ability is matching up with his profile, and his profile was that he's a good character, good trainer, works hard, then he can go anywhere.
Does he start above Martinelli?
Ooh. I think he's got more ability about him, so probably yes. But Arteta's not like that, is he?
I think playing for Arsenal is quite a tough gig.
It's a tough gig, but again, it's not down to just starting. But you can think about it. Amount of times where me and you have come in here, we've looked at Arsenal's team selection, and we're going, oh my goodness, he's playing Trossard. Eza's on the bench. That's what Arteta is. So he wouldn't be buying Semenyo to go, he starts every week.
No, he wouldn't do that.
But it's up to Semenyo. If he goes in from that left-hand side, just keep scoring, playing well.
What you could do, when you finish second again this season, and you want to spend more money to try and win the league, like over £1 billion, get him.
I know, we'll get him in January, just a champagne, isn't it? You can celebrate.
Do you know what? If you could get him in January, that might be the little push you need, actually. Yeah. That would be massive for you. Massive for anyone.
But not even so much Arsenal getting him. It's taking him away from others getting him.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Very good point. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio in just a moment by the voice of boxing, our mate Adam Smith. First, it's time for No Googling. We have been discussing Antoine Semenyo. We want to know, who is the Ghanaian with the most appearances in Premier League history? Okay. Who is the Ghanaian with the most appearances in Premier League history? Okay. What was his first name begin with? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you could bang on. Well, good mime. When we come back, Adam Smith will be in the studio with half an hour of boxing chat. And then from 5, Luke Young in the studio with an hour's worth of, slagging off Darren Bent. If you want to be a part of the show, you can. 03717222334. Boxing chat right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
first World Cup spot since 1998 is on the line for Scotland tonight. Beat Denmark and they'll earn the Tartan Army a spot on the plane to the US next year. But ex-midfielder Barry Bannon believes they'll have to tidy up on their recent performances.
I think the last few games at Hampden, they've let teams come and have too much of the ball, and that affects the fans then as well. But I think tonight's a different occasion. I think the fans will be there the whole time behind them, and that can be a powerful weapon for Scotland tonight.
Meanwhile, Wales play North Macedonia later, but need Belgium to lose at home to Liechtenstein if they're to avoid the playoffs. A win for Craig Bellamy's side would ensure they play at home in the semi-final, though. Over in the Lionesses camp, Serena Wiegmann has insisted she has no regrets about choosing Hannah Hampton over Mary Earps for the Euros. Speaking for the first time since Earps released her book, Wiegmann admitted she can't change the way Earps feels about her decisions.
What my reality is, someone else's reality can be different because how you experience things, that's very individual. I just know what I want to do is create an environment where we speak up, where I give clarity, where I always communicate with players when it's necessary.
Elsewhere today, Norwich have confirmed the appointment of Philippe Clement as their new manager, and England fast bowler Mark Woods has come through his first pre-Ashes fitness test and is set to play in Perth on Friday. There's more at talksport.com.
Talk, yeah, there's a little gap. Don't talk over it because you'll spoil the song. There you go. Driver Talk Sport, me, Andy Goldstein. Superstar is Darren Bent. Talk of superstars. Luke Young is in the green room. Is he playing darts? What's he doing?
He was playing darts. First thing he said to me, I said about honesty.
Yeah.
He said to me, "Oh, you've lost a bit. You blew up, didn't you?"
It's going to be a good hour. 5 o'clock. We'll say hello to our friend and another superstar in just a moment. But first, the answer to the no Googling. We were talking about Antoine Semenyo. We want to know who's the Ghanaian with the most appearances in Premier League history. It is
Jordan Ayew.
Yes. How many games in the Premier League do you think, roughly?
Oh, he's nicked a couple of moves him as well, so I'm going to go 370.
Oh, 305.
Yeah, no.
305. So still to come, as we were just alluding to there, we're going to be joined in the studio by former England defender Luke Young. But it's time now for this.
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
How many more do you want?
Lift off for AJ!
This is The Voice.
Yeah, it's time for The Voice, our weekly feature, where we're joined in the studio by the voice of boxing, the legend, to take a look at the week's biggest stories, looking back and forward, as we say hello to Adam Smith. I'm not going to do the croaky because I don't want to ruin my voice, but Adam, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
You know, it's weeks like this, right?
Nice
I'm
to
buzzing
see you.
we've got Smudger. I mean,
I'm buzzing every week.
But what a week to talk boxing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we've got so much to talk about, right? But we're going to start. We're going to start with not the fight from the weekend, but the fight that is coming up on December the 19th. YouTuber, ex-Disney presenter Jake Paul.
Yep.
Against two-time champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. In case you're late to the fight, you're thinking, what? This is news to me. The fight is scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. The fighters will wear 10-ounce gloves, which I'm told is normal. Standard for heavyweight fighters. AJ must weigh less than 245. For his last 5 fights, he's been over that. He's been over 250, but I can't really see him losing 5 or 6 pounds. It's a big problem. Firstly, a fight like this, we've been flirting with a fight like this for a long, long time. It's finally been confirmed. What's your view on it?
Didn't Jake Paul win a social media award on the night that AJ beat Klitschko at Wembley?
That is correct. That is 100% correct.
I got to know Logan a little better than Jake when he fought KSI. These are bright guys. These are YouTube heroes, I guess, to the younger generation. You've got to give Jake credit for becoming a boxer and for training hard and for navigating his way to the level he's got to. However, for me, this is a step into really dangerous territory. Anthony Joshua, a former two-time world heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist. And yes, okay, he's coming off the Daniel Dubois defeat, 14 months out of the ring. But AJ is meticulous. He's always conditioned, always in wonderful shape. And he'll presumably just go and do a job on Jake Paul. So it is a commercial decision from Team Joshua, a huge amount of money. I think they probably want to widen the brand with an enormous audience on Netflix for what lies ahead for Joshua, maybe post-career. And I think he probably wants a little bit of a run out before he fights Tyson Fury and maybe Deontay Wilder next year. As for Jake Paul, give your props to him. He's going in with the big man, and people have said he won't fight anybody. Well, he's fighting somebody now. He's fighting someone very, very dangerous.
Well, that's the thing, Samaj. You said that they're bright guys, and clearly Jake Paul cannot be bright and that bright if he's going in with AJ, because realistically, and me and Andy were talking about this yesterday, if this fight lasts longer than, I'm going to say 1 minute, then I'm going to be sceptical about the fight, because AJ is probably one of the biggest punches maybe ever.
Were you sceptical about the Tyson fight and the way that played out?
I was sceptical because of he's an old man.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought 58-year-old Mike Tyson shouldn't be anywhere near a boxing ring, but they both came out safe and healthy. Look,
I didn't believe that was real, what I saw.
So what's this? This is real? This is Joshua going in to do a job on him?
I'll tell you after the first minute.
But, you know, AJ took a couple of rounds to get to Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, and I mean, he was a former champion of the world of UFC, right? Heavyweight.
Of course.
So he's proper.
But not a boxer.
Yeah, but
he'd beaten
Jake
Tyson.
Paul's not a boxer.
Okay. He fought Tyson Fury. He'd gone the distance.
Jake Paul's not a boxer, right?
He
had one fight against Tommy Fury and lost.
Jake Paul is not a boxer to a level, but he has fought a few people and has been a professional boxer for the last few years and has had training camps. But this is now into a very different realm, okay? I thought that maybe Jake would have another fight, try and get a potential shot at someone like Badu Jack in his 40s, who's got a world title, and give it a crack. But he's tried something very different now. Do you think Jake Paul believes that Anthony Joshua, having been knocked out by Daniel Dubois, has got a chin that he can somehow hit?
No, I think he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I think Jake Paul's an idiot.
Let me ask you, Smudge.
Can I just reiterate? But sorry. It's one of two things. Either one, he believes he can win, in which case he's an idiot. Or two, he doesn't think he can win, and he's going into the ring with AJ, and he's an idiot. But either way, he's an idiot.
And he's going to get a ton of money for doing it as well.
That's irrelevant, and we would all do it. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the ring because the money they're both being offered.
What would you fight AJ for?
No.
Is there a number?
I'm not poo-pooing the fight. No. I'm not Smudger, I'm not poo-pooing the fight. The fight has to happen. If someone's stupid enough to put that much money on the table, both of them have to take it.
Yep.
What I am saying is that if Jake Paul genuinely believes he's got a chance, he's an idiot. Because there's not one person who knows anything about boxing on this planet that actually believes he's got a chance. No one. And you can't...
he shouldn't have a chance.
No, well, he won't have. We had, what's his name on yesterday?
Dave Allen.
Dave Allen, right? And I said, what about people say he's got a lucky punch? And he went, there's no such thing as a lucky punch in boxing.
I don't think there's any way. I think Joshua controls it, knocks him out, I think. But everyone's going to be watching it.
Yes, that's correct.
And the younger demographic, the younger generation, the YouTube fans of Jake Paul will then love AJ. He looks the Adonis, and he's going to go forward and fight Tyson Fury, and then post his career, go into other realms and maybe acting, things like that. And I think this is all part of Team Joshua's plan and the commercial brand globally.
If it's a real fight, how long does it last?
As long as AJ wants it to last.
Okay. How long? If he wants to get it?
1 round, 2 rounds. It doesn't matter. I mean, 1 round really. It's as long as he opens up, but he could not. He could want to get 2, 3, 4 rounds out of it because he hasn't been in the ring for 14 months.
But don't you think that's embarrassing for him if he goes 4 rounds?
Well, there's pressure on him, isn't there? There's pressure on how quickly can you do this? Because if it does somehow go 1, 2, 3, people are going to be saying, "Hang on a minute, either it's not a real fight, or what's Joshua doing?"
I think there's pressure.
I just can't see it.
Do you think there's pressure on AJ?
I think there is because he's in almost a lose-lose scenario. But that's why I said to Andy yesterday, if I'm AJ, I'm going in there, I'm not mucking around. I'm going in there and just taking his head off in the first round, then let people still talk about what I want to.
I think what he'll do is he'll go back to when he turned professional, Joshua, and got rid of the sort of journeyman pretty quickly, 1, 2 rounds. I think he'll go in with that mentality, just get in there, get the jab going, and fight the 1, 2.
I'm not exaggerating when I say what I'm going to say, right? I genuinely believe the gap between the fighters, if I was fighting a 6-year-old fighter and you were sitting here going, well, there's pressure on Andy, people going, what are you talking about? Who'll kill him?
No, listen,
that's
sport,
that's
Andy.
the golf. That's
Andy,
the golf
this sport is about timing and about levels. Okay, levels, they're miles apart. Timing, Jake Paul's a younger man. AJ is coming off a defeat to Daniel Dubois. He's been out the ring 14 months. Maybe Jake has convinced himself that he has an iota of hope in this fight. He hasn't convinced me, but he might have convinced himself.
Put it like this. If you said only the winner takes home a wage, Jake Paul ain't getting in that ring.
I know that Anthony Joshua is a consummate professional. Yeah. Consummate. He's gone and trained with Team Usyk. He wants to learn. He's a sponge. He knows he's had some defeats. He knows maybe he's not the greatest heavyweight of all time. But I tell you what, he loves challenges and he loves proving people wrong, and he's a beast in the ring. And he won Olympic gold and 2 world heavyweight titles, and he wants to become a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. So he's not going to mess this up, is he?
No, he won't. I'll be watching. You'll be watching. 100%. You'll be watching.
We'll all be watching.
I've got a stopwatch out.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be, won't it? Ready, steady, go.
I can't wait. Have we got time to move on, Joe? Okay, just briefly. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm not going to do this in the order you've written it, Joe, just because it's a smaller chat. Let's talk about Farrell Wardley. Is that all right? Because that'll be look at Joe. Yeah, okay. Oh, you want no longer chat on that? Okay, we'll have a quick chat on Ben and Eubank from the weekend.
Yep. Wonderful event.
Now, can I just say, sorry, I've seen a few people poo-poo it. I thought it was an unbelievable fight again.
It wasn't an unbelievable...
Oh, I really liked it.
It wasn't an unbelievable fight. It was a brilliant performance by Conor Benn. It was sad to see Chris really not having anything. He couldn't get going. He was flat. His legs wouldn't work. His snap wasn't there. Either he had real problems again making the weight, there were injuries in the build-up, or he's 36. The first fight took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
And he just aged. Look, Conor Benn was terrific. He was disciplined. He executed a brilliant game plan from Tony Sims. The jab was fantastic to head, especially to body. The body shots really early hurt Eubank, and they slowed him even more. Listen, Chris was brave to go the whole way, really brave. When you're not there, and we could see it. I said to Carl Frampton at ringside, it was like when Carl fought Jamel Herring. It just wasn't there. Build-up was fine. Training was great. It wasn't there. Chris told us beforehand, training was great. Bomac in the corner, all of that. Unfortunately, on the night, under the lights, little gloves, doesn't work. David Hay told me that after the second Bellew fight. Just wasn't there. And I think I felt for Chris in there.
You said that last week to her. No, you said that on Friday. You said that. Do you know what? That's a great call. That's exactly what you said. And I couldn't understand how all of a sudden it can just leave a fight, but you're so right.
And listen, a lot of credit to Chris Eubank for going the 12 rounds, but what a performance from Conor Benn. Absolutely superb. To keep his head and not get emotionally involved, I thought he was tremendous. 7 months before I'd gone into the dressing room afterwards, he was in tears. His life was over. He'd lost for the first time. And then it was tears of joy 7 months on. And as for those ring walks, Conor's drums and 50 Cent, hello.
So let me just quickly for me. Let me ask you then. I mean, incredible ring walks, you're right. I mean, 50 Cent was incredible. But what did surprise you more? How bad Chris Eubank was or how good Conor Benn was?
It wasn't how bad Chris Eubank was. I think it was just he wasn't himself. And therefore, it was just disappointing. And I felt sorry for him, actually, watching him, that he couldn't do what he wanted to do. The mind just wasn't with the body. But Conor Benn was fantastic. And he boxed the fight of his life with a lot of pressure on him. I thought he came on from the first fight. He'd learnt from it. He'd gone 12 rounds at middleweight. He believed that even in defeat, he'd taken Chris Eubank's soul in that first fight. He boxed to a plan. And that takes, for a man of his heart-on-the-sleeve emotion, incredible dedication. So congratulations to Connor.
We've got to go to break, but I've got 2 questions for you. Just one-word answers, yes or no. Right? Will Conor Benn become a world champion?
Yes. I didn't think he would, but yes, I think he might.
Will Chris Eubank Jr. fight again?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
I would say probably yes, but on the evidence of the other night, does he need to? Twins on the way, made a lot of money. I would hope maybe it would be a no.
Okay. I wish you would have got to that no quicker. Right, we're going to have a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more from the superstar that is Adam Smith right after this. Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Adam Smith, and Just the feature squad with matchday meals delivered in time for kickoff. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio. Former England defender, your mate Luke Young. I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to meet Youngie. Right, we're still joined in the studio by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith. Right, let's move on and discuss a brand new champion of the world, because Fabio Wardley is set to be elevated to WBO heavyweight champion after Alexander Usyk relinquished the title. Usyk was told by the WBO in September that he must face he must face the winner of Parker v. Wardley. But his second reign as undisputed champion is now over after the WBO confirmed he had vacated the belt. Firstly, just tell us how and why Wardley has been elevated to champion of the world.
Well, because exactly that's happened. Alexander Usyk has, for whatever reason, vacated the belt. I thought Usyk and Wardley was going to be made for April or May. May still be made, and Usyk could try and become undisputed again, yet again.
Does that count? Does that count if you do it that way?
I mean, he's not got all the belts, has he? So if he collects another one. I don't really know, but he's obviously, as the interim champion, Fabio Wardley then gets made. It happened with Daniel Dubois when he beat Filip Hrgovic. That wasn't for the IBF title, but it was then vacated, and he became the IBF champion. So when he defended against AJ at Wembley, when he met AJ, he was the champion, and it was his first defence. So he won it out of the ring. It happened. Lennox Lewis took Riddick Bowe's belt out of the ring out the rubbish bin at Heathrow, I think it was. So sometimes this can happen. It doesn't sit really well with fight fans, because you want to. All with fighters, you want to win the world title in the ring. And it was a brilliant performance from Fabio Wardley at the O2, and he was all ready for the Usyk fight. And listen, congratulations to him. It's terrific. It's an amazing achievement, having had 4 white collar fights, being a recruitment consultant from Ipswich. It's just extraordinary what he's done to become world heavyweight champion. But I know Fabio well. I'm sure he's pleased, but I'm sure he'd have rather have tried to win it in the ring. But he's world champion. He's WBO king, and let's hope that he gets some really big fights for 2026.
I mean, there are some really big fights in that heavyweight division. I still think Usyk is obviously he's so far ahead of everyone else, right? But I would fancy Fabio. I'm not saying he could beat all of them, but he's got a great shot of beating any other, I think, heavyweight on the planet.
Who do you like him against?
I mean, I quite like the Dubois.
Mm-hmm. That's a great fight.
Because I just think both of these guys have got dynamite in their hands, and I just think it would be
I like that fight.
A really good fight.
I think him and AJ would be great.
Him and AJ. I think I like the Dubois fight.
Yeah.
And then Frank can make that. But I also think that it would be incredible if he had a shot at Usyk, Fabio.
Yeah.
Because it's just that story of somebody that had no amateur experience against if not the greatest fighter of our generation, certainly one of the 2 or 3, and up with Mayweather and maybe Lomachenko and others. Usyk is definitively the best of the last 20, 30 years, and cleaned up a cruiserweight, cleaned up a heavyweight. I mean, that's the Rocky story. If it was Rocky originally, when he beat Justice Ooney from having lost every round at Portman Road and in front of his beloved Ipswich fans, and then to beat Joe Parker in his huge fight, his huge test, Rocky 3 would be Usyk.
Just quickly, we've only got you for about 90 seconds, maybe a little bit more. There's an unbelievable card that takes place this weekend. Tell us a bit more about it.
Unbelievable. Off to Riyadh to see David Benavidez, the monster, against Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde's 3rd world title challenge. It's a hard one. Benavidez unbeaten in 30. Look at this card. Devin Haney, undefeated in 32, trying to become a 3-weight world champion against Brian Norman, undefeated as well. Then you've got Sam Noakes, undefeated in 17, against Abdullah Mason, the big star from America, undefeated in 19, and Jesse Bam Rodriguez, the 2-weight world champion, again undefeated in 22, against Fernando Martinez, undefeated in 18. It is the best boxing card of the year. Ring 4, Night of the Champions, and it's Saudi Arabia this weekend. It's a brilliant, brilliant night of boxing.
You're going, right?
I'm going tomorrow morning.
Which one are you most looking forward to commentating on?
Do you know what? I'm really looking forward to seeing whether Anthony Yarde can give Benavidez a real run for his money. But I really like Benavidez, world champion at super middle and light heavy. We know Anthony Yarde is a friend of talkSPORT. So is Tunde. We wish them well. Sam Noakes against Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason could become potentially an absolute huge star in America. But Sam Noakes is tenacious. He punches very, very hard. 15 knockouts in the 17 wins. He's going to go for it. That could be a really, really exciting fight. And Bam Rodriguez is Barry Jones' favourite fighter of this generation. I love him. Haney, Norman, they're all great. All four could be headline attraction anywhere in the world at any arena. That's how good it is.
Let me just remind everyone, this Saturday, 4 world titles in 4 weight divisions are Night of Champions as David Benavidez takes on Brett Anthony for the WBC World Light Heavyweight title. It features Devin Haney and Bam Rodriguez. You can watch this live this Saturday only on DAZN. Smudger, always a pleasure. Thanks
Lovely to
coming.
see you
Have
guys.
a safe journey. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you next week.
Luke Young joins us right after this.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Hour number one done.
Hour number one. Oh, you just said that. Welcome back to round number 2 of Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, superstar. It's Darren Bent.
It's Darren here, by the way. Darren Ambrose.
Oh.
Nah, Jack, wrong person, mate.
Thrown that in. Still to come, we'll be asking how England's not going to the World Cup 11 would do at the tournament next summer. Benty's picked that. But now we are delighted to be joined in the studio by this man.
Brings in Young to hit one. Oh, that is fantastic. The boyhood Spurs fan with a dream goal against Spurs. That is fantastic from Luke Young.
Luke Young, hello. Welcome to talkSPORT One on the Drive. How are you, my friend?
Very good, thank you.
Come a little bit closer to the mic, if that's all right. Are you all right? You good?
All good. Thanks for having me.
You look very well. Our pleasure. Thanks so much for coming in. How long have you been retired for now?
2014. So what are we, 11 years now?
Yeah, wow. That's a long time. How can I ask how old you are? You look incredibly well.
46.
Okay.
Are you?
46, mate,
I
yeah.
thought he was younger than that.
No.
What, because his surname's Young?
No, but he just looks younger, doesn't he?
He does.
Think, yeah.
He does look very good. How often have you seen Benty since you retired?
I think the last time I see Benty was playing in, what was it called? Star Sixes, like a veterans tournament.
Yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
we ended up winning it, didn't we? We
Yeah.
beat the world
All-Stars
team, All-Stars. We beat him in the final. But yeah, Benty carried us, to be fair, because he was recently retired.
Yeah, I think I'd retired the season before.
Yeah.
Do you miss it at all?
In a word, no. Towards the end of my career, I was really struggling with my hip, and I ended up going in training for
QPR, right?
QPR, yeah. Probably for the last 2 years, I was training with the under-21s. Really, I was gone. Let's be honest. Like, I couldn't really get to the level that I needed to after a couple of hip operations, and it takes its toll a little bit. So, if anything, I think when I retired, it was a bit of a relief, to be honest, to walk away from the game. When you can't do what you used to do,
yeah.
It's not that great a feeling.
And Benty was saying you used to have painkiller injections. How many of those did you have before games?
I think, no, it wasn't really before. Every winter, I'd have like a real strong steroid to help my mobility. I think the first one I had was sort of like 2004. So I was quite young then.
Yeah, so that was just before I played with you at Charlton. Came 2005.
Yeah, and every winter I'd feel it coming, like in games. I think, I couldn't really twist and turn very well there, and so every winter I'd go in and get. You know what? You shouldn't really be doing too many steroid injections anyway.
No, of course.
So wasn't really a great idea to keep doing them. But when you're playing like elite level, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss a game, so you just keep getting these injections that, in hindsight, you probably wouldn't.
Why do you think you struggle so much with your hips? Because you're a defender and you're always sliding them out.
No, I think I've on the scans I've got like something called a cam hip, which means it doesn't quite fit great. So
Is that what the doctor said? Your hip doesn't fit great.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think there was better terminology than that, but it's not it's not a smooth ball and socket
I know
joint,
what you mean.
if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah. So years and years of running on it took its toll.
We've got so much to talk to you about. You were Bentley's captain at Charlton, right?
Until he took it off me, I was, yeah.
You kept that quiet in the meeting.
Did you go and ask for it? Is that why? That's why it got taken off me.
He told us a story.
No. Don't.
I was Bentley's when Bentley first joined. Do you know what? None of us really knew what we was getting because he was a 21-year-old. 21?
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Hold on. So the gap just before you that story, the gap. You're 46 and you're 40. So the gap's 5 years.
Yeah.
So he was 21. So you're 26, 27.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Sorry.
We knew that we was getting like a young kid who's banging in goals in the Championship, but I don't think even Curbs knew that he would hit the ground running like he did. And I remember when he came in, he was scoring bundles in pre-season, and I'm thinking, like, don't waste them.
I think you said that to me.
Don't waste them now. And I think, he's going to waste all of his goals. But I think we played Sunderland the first game.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
2.
Got 2. And then from then on, his numbers were pretty outrageous, really, for a team like Charlton. So, yeah.
Your link-up was Bentley was telling us a story about how you were quite honest with him.
That was
during
at Villa. Do
matches.
you remember
was
when
it
we put
Villa?
West Ham away and I was crap for the first 15, wouldn't move, and then he put one in and I scored a header?
Yeah.
I was telling him that.
No, but what I used to say to Bentley, I remember there was plenty of games where it weren't a great spectacle sometimes at the Valley. The pitch weren't great, and sometimes we didn't play the greatest football. I used to say he'd barely get a touch, and I'd look at him round about 75th minute, and I'd see the dejection in his face, and I'd be like, Bentley, I'd look at him and say, keep going, and then it'd be 85th minute, a ball would go over the top, and he was so quick, boom, straight onto it, shrugged the defender off, and we'd nick a win, and I was like, see. But I could see in his face, he's thinking, I ain't touched it all game. And then
we don't know that Darren Bent. We know the broadcaster Darren Bent, right? We've seen him on the telly, but obviously we've never been on a football field with him. Was he that kind of player? He needed an arm around the shoulder. He needed a bit of love.
He just needed chances. He loved a goal. So we'd be warming up for training, and the fitness guy would say, right, boys, all in with me. Leave the balls. No one touch the balls. As we start to jog, him and Ambrose both got their head in the ball bag, getting the ball out, throwing it up, volleying it, crossbar, everything, balls flying everywhere, every single morning. Before the warm-up, he just loved lashing balls at the goal.
One of them things, isn't it?
If we come out for a training session and it would be like, say it was a keep ball, there's not a goal in sight, he'd be raging. He'd be like, where's the goals? Just wanted to score goals.
That's what you want from a striker, though, right?
100%.
Yeah. You played for so many big clubs and under some big managers as well. Before we talk about how much you enjoyed football under various managers, was there ever a club or a manager you didn't get on with?
I wouldn't say didn't get on with. I had a few sort of words with Martin O'Neill a couple of times. Where
was that Villa?
At Villa, yeah. But I wouldn't say that I didn't get on with him or I disliked him. But I think I mentioned before, I didn't really crave a relationship with a manager. Never did. Like, I didn't really have to get on with my manager to know what my job was of a weekend. So I'd never really wanted that sort of relationship anyway. I didn't want to be best buddies with any of my managers. So tell me what you want. If I do it well, I'll keep playing. And that's the kind of relationship that I did. Like I say, I didn't really need that sort of real good relationship.
When you think about nowadays as well, and the fullback role, and you said it there back then with the managers that we played for, it was quite simple, wasn't it? This is what you got to do: defend well, get your crosses in, help the wide player. Now, when you look at what fullbacks are being asked to do, go inside, play. How do you think you'd fare now in today's game?
No, I don't think I'd get on very well with that at all, especially when they invert and they've got their back to play, if that makes sense, because you've got to have the awareness to be able to check your shoulders and stuff. I preferred, obviously, with the game in front of me and coming onto it, feed my winger, go round him, make the fullback maybe drop off, and then that gives him an option to do something different. But yeah, they're asked to do such a different role nowadays. It started off with the wingers become a fullback, and then they started bombing forward and taking people on. But now they're inverted into the middle of the park and they're almost like an extra centre midfield player.
Do you watch a lot of football now?
I do, because my boy loves it. So
How old's your boy?
He is 14.
And does he want to be a player like his dad?
Yeah, I think so. You know, he's not super serious about it yet because he's still sort of playing with his mates and stuff like that. But
Can I ask, do you think, because Bent is young boy, is it Milan is 11?
Yeah.
And we've had this conversation before. When you were kids growing up, there was maybe 3 channels. I don't know how long ago Channel 4 started, but it's sort of relevant. There's no satellite TV. There was certainly no phones. There's no tablets. There's no internet. So if you wanted to be a footballer, it was just about football, right? You'd be in the garden kicking the ball about. You kick a ball up against the ball. But now the kids have got so many other things to distract them from wanting to be a footballer. I sort of get the feeling that the Bent's boy, Milan, really does want to be a footballer. He's quite focused. What's it like with your boy?
yeah, he's the same. Like there's so many distractions from now, aren't they? Loads of kids just sit, don't they, indoors on their gadgets and stuff. But now my boy will go and get his ball, and he'll be out like till it gets dark until I call him in. So he's doing his sort of extras on his own and stuff.
That's
so
good.
I see a little bit of determination from him, and he's in real good nick, and he keeps himself sort of fit, and he's quite quick. So if you're quick in the modern game, you've got half a chance.
Yeah.
If all the clubs that you played for listening to this, they went, we'd quite like to trial his son, they all phoned you up and offered you the trial for your boy, which one would you go back to?
Spurs.
Why?
Because I supported him as a 10-year-old. Well, 10-year-old I went in there, but I supported him as like from when I can remember, really.
Okay, that's nice. Do you go and see Spurs a lot now?
Went to the final. That was an epic day for
Europa
Spurs.
League
Yeah, went to...
We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, I think we should have just a little bit, shouldn't we? Yeah. No, it's funny. At half-time, there was this fella in front of us, me and my boy, and he must have been about 80 years old. So he's turned around at half-time and he's gone, I hope we hang on. I hope we hang on. And he looked at my boy and he went, you're all right. I ain't got long left. And I was just like cracking up laughing. And at the end of the game, he turned around to my boy and went, you lucky, lucky boy. Because like, obviously we've won a European trophy.
What have you made of Tottenham under Thomas Frank?
Not sure. I mean, it's completely different to what you normally see with Spurs. We're picking up a lot of points away from home and struggling at home. I think the new stadium, it's one of those places that everyone wants to go and play in. You know, it's a lovely stadium, pitch is immaculate. I felt that at Villa at times as well. I felt like it's such a nice place to come that I don't know what's going on there at the minute, but I feel like it's a bit of transition for him. You know, he's got a little bit more time to bed in the players that he's bought, but I think it'll come good.
Did it surprise you with the Ange situation? Because it almost feels like, I know it's a bit unfair, but it feels like that can only happen to Tottenham, where they finish fourth bottom but win a big trophy. Did you feel it was harsh that he lost his job, or do you think it was probably the right decision, or can you see both sides?
I can see both sides, but I felt like he'd earned the right to have the start of the season and at least give him till Christmas to see where he went. But I can understand the other side of it as well. You know, you can't be Tottenham Hotspur and you know, tinkering on the threat of relegation. You can't do that. So maybe the winning the cup, I felt, might give him an opportunity to keep his job, but it didn't, and you can't argue with it.
What do you think the realistic game for Tottenham this season is?
Europa qualification, I would say. I don't think we're gonna press for top 4. I really don't. But we've got some players in there that are world class, like Mickey van der Ven. He's doing things that no other defender in the world can do. So
too good for Spurs, isn't he?
I think he probably is in the long term, but
it's not for me that.
I think he is in the long term. Like I said, I don't think there's another centre back in the world doing stuff that he's doing.
He's brilliant. Yeah, you've been great. We got you for an hour, right?
That's right.
Okay, a bit later on, we're going to talk about your new podcast, but just briefly, just tell us about what it's about, who's it with, and what's it called.
So it is called More Than a Name, and it's getting to obviously what's behind people's careers and journeys in sports. So any sportsman, woman, you've obviously got to go through a lot of adversity to get to the highest level. So every week we speak to a different guest and speak about what it took for them to get to the highest level and you know, bits and pieces of their journeys.
Okay. Have you nailed down Bentley yet for her?
I've asked him 2 or 3 times.
I'm coming. I said I'm coming.
Let me ask you this, right? I've known Bentley for, I don't know, how long have we been doing the show? 4 years?
4 or 5 years.
Right. Is he a little bit unreliable when it comes to asking him to do stuff?
I think he wants to do it, but then it gets close to the time, and then he's like, he has second thoughts, maybe.
Exactly.
Hit the nail on the head there.
I would never have second thoughts about Young. I'm doing it for him. It's just that this week's become.
He just said 3 times he's asked. Why has he got to ask 2 more than once?
He hasn't. I am going to come to him next week.
There you go.
Bang.
You won't see him. You're playing paddle.
Next
You're
week,
playing paddle.
Everyone's heard that.
No, I'm playing next week.
What day?
You tell me they know.
All right, no, I'll sort it out after with
There
you.
you go.
We'll be all right.
Young, it won't happen.
It will happen. And Gannon, you're 21 seconds to go.
Do you know what we got other big names here at talkSPORT about? You know, Gabby Agbonlahor.
Gabby's ignoring me.
He's not.
Yeah, he's ghosting me. Gabby.
Is he?
Yeah.
What happened?
I've asked him a couple of times, and then I found out that I've definitely got his correct number.
I've got it here. I can phone him in a minute.
We'll do that.
I'll tell you what I'll do. When we come back, we'll phone him live. Yeah?
We'll do that.
He can't hide then.
We'll do that.
We'll do that.
We'll do that.
And we'll find out what his excuses are. All right?
We'll do that.
I'm looking forward to that. More from me and Benny, and more importantly, the wonderful Luke Young, live and drive on talkSPORT right after this. Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Luke Young is here, and our friends at Just Eat, the app for all your delivery needs. Still to come, Bentley's going to be picking his England's not going to the World Cup 11. Just quickly, Fulham have offered a new deal to manager Marco Silva, and Fabio Wardley set to be elevated to WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Now, before we carry on, Luke, you were just about to tell me a story in the break, and I went, hold on, can you tell me on air? And you went, yes, about Benty.
Well, it's only about how much he loves scoring goals. And if we was playing and Benty nicked a couple or he nicked a goal, we'd come into the changing room. First thing he'd do, telly on, video printer still going through. Did Defoe score? Did Andy Johnson score? Did so-and-so score? He was so desperate to keep himself up on that leaderboard of the goal scorers. Plus,
that's amazing.
The English strikers, that
was the one.
It might have been leading up to a World Cup.
Did he ask if Theo Walcott scored?
No, honestly,
that was a good shout.
No, because Young obviously.
Well, he weren't playing. He weren't playing for anyone.
He hadn't been born.
No.
Terrible.
Right, listen, we've got lots to talk to you about. We touched ever so briefly on one of your former clubs, Spurs, before the break. Let's talk about another one of your clubs, Aston Villa, because they didn't have the greatest start to their season. They're currently 6th now in the Premier League with 5 wins in their last 6 games. They were also 6th, I think, in the Europa League, 3 wins from their 4 games. But you may remember, as I said, it was quite a slow start to their season. They failed to score in any of their first 4 league games. When you think back to the start of the season, are you surprised how they've managed to pick up their form and get to 6th in the Premier League for coming up to Christmas time?
No, I'm not surprised that they've managed to pick their form up. I'm surprised that they didn't start so well. But I think I remember watching one of the games. I can't remember what it was, but they looked a little bit sluggish and a little bit off the pace. So I did think to myself, once they get going and they get themselves, they didn't seem match fit. I don't know whether that's true or false, but they just looked a little bit off it, a yard slow. And now obviously they're up to speed and they're gaining momentum now. And now I think they'll be in for a really good season.
Do you think they've got the right manager? Because he's been phenomenal, Unai Emery. He seems to be getting the best out of that squad because you've played there, I've played there. It almost felt like for a few years, a bit of a sleeping giant in terms of the fan base. You talked about the stadium, the pitch. Do you think they've got the right man to take them to where they want to get to? But also, where is that? Do you think that they should be aiming for Champions League every season, or is it just below? Because you said about Spurs should be aiming for the Europa. Where should Villa be aiming, do you think?
Well, I think because they've recently qualified for the Champions League through the league, they probably will be looking at that again. I mean, it is up for grabs. That the 3rd or 4th place in the Champions League spots are up for grabs. So you put a run together, and Villa they've got the potential to do that. So I think the manager will be looking at that because if you aim higher, then you've got more chance of getting there.
There's a common phrase in football: goals win games. They've got a decent striker up top in Ollie Watkins, but so far only 1 goal in 16 games so far. What's gone wrong for him? How much of a worry is that to Aston Villa?
I don't know. Maybe Benty can shed some light on that. When you're a striker and you don't start well, I don't know whether you start overthinking chances a little bit. You start snatching at them a bit. I don't know, Benty. Can you add something to that?
Yeah, I mean, he looks a little bit, but you know, again, I noticed the other day, and I don't know, and I need to find. It looked to me changing his boots again. Now I've said this to you before, haven't I?
Yeah.
When you would have seen it with me a couple of times. I know it was very rare that I was going through these type of patches, but these kind of patches. But he's wearing Adidas, then he's wearing and I've been there before. When you're struggling for goals, you're almost thinking, well, something's got to be wrong. So then you stop, kind of micromanaging every single part.
Tinkering
with everything. That was the word, tinkering, where you go, right, it's got to be the boots. So I'll change the boots. Do you know what? I think it's the pads.
I'll tuck my shirt in.
Honestly, and it's these things. And at the minute, Watkins, I don't know if it's because he didn't get a move or what, but he just looks a little bit in between where his finish is a little bit indecisive. His movement's not quite as sharp as it was. Or maybe he's just going through a patch where he's just not playing well, because I think the very best centre forwards in the world, they're the ones who go season upon season hitting these levels. The tier below, you have off periods, you have off parts to your game. And for me, Watkins at the minute looks like he's going through one of them, but they need him. If they're going to get back to what they can be, they're going to need Watkins to get back firing again.
Thomas Tuchel obviously is a big fan of Morgan Rogers in his England setup. How good a player is he? And when we line up for our first game of the World Cup, do you expect him to start in that number 10 role?
I think he's got the shirt at the minute, if I'm honest. And I think when the manager's talking, you can tell that he likes him. And I think at the minute, he would be in the starting 11. Now, that's going to leave out some big names, but I feel like this time around, he's already left people out of squads. He doesn't seem scared to leave the big names out. So I think he's going to be picking an 11 that he thinks can win the game rather than the best 11 players.
That's a great point.
And I think that we haven't had that for a while. And I feel like he's not going to pander to anyone, and he's not going to, go under with the pressure from outside noise. I think he's going to do what he wants to do, and he looks really assured with how he's managing.
Do you know what as well? I think by him doing that as well, I think then we're not shocked by it. If he did not done that and then gets to the World Cup and then he makes a big call, everyone's going, what's he doing? But because he's now left out Bellingham before, he's left out Foden. If he then starts the first game of the World Cup and say they're not playing, and I said to you before, and me and you disagreed on it, if Morgan Rogers started and Bellingham didn't, I wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, I'm shocked. Because of what Youngie just said there, I don't think. Jude would start for me.
I agree with you. I think you've got to have balls to pick the right team rather than what you think on paper is the best, right? You've played the highest level, I haven't. But I assume that if you've got a group of players that collectively work together better than the best 11 players in that squad, it takes balls as a manager to pick that 11.
But do you not think that most teams that have won World Cups or even Champions Leagues or league titles, they do that? They don't always just pick the best 11 players. You've got to have those guys in there that know their job, sitting midfielder that just sweeps everything up. And I do feel like this manager is going to play the team that he thinks is going to win the game rather than the names.
Yeah. Do you think we'll win the World Cup?
Why not? Why not? We're getting closer and closer, but it's just that feeling. You do.
Mate, you said that for I don't know how long.
I know, but I just felt with Gareth Southgate, we were so close, but we just needed that something that he didn't have, and I think Thomas Tuchel's got it.
I don't think we win it.
You don't?
No. You think we can win it?
I think we can. But
do you think we won't win it because it's not in Europe?
I think climate will play a big part. But I look at other squads as well that are equally as good, that have won things. They never really got that mindset is in terms of, if it gets to the thick of it, well, we've been here before, we can win it. That's where I think England are a little bit...
Yeah, but we are better at keeping the ball now. Do you remember back in the day where we'd go to a World Cup and it'd be in a harsh environment and we couldn't keep the ball? So that's why we never performed well.
Yeah,
we keep the ball well now as a nation, as players coming through the academies. We do keep the ball a lot better than we used to. So I get what you're saying, but I feel like we'd have more of a chance now rather than when we used to go to Mexico or whatever and we'd struggle.
Yeah.
Luke Young is with us in the studio. About him for 30 minutes. We've got him for another 30. So when we come back, we'll be asking Luke about some of his old managers in this week's Gaffer tapes. First up, it's time for No Googly Part 2.
Let me guess. I've not got the screen in front of me.
I know you're going to get
it. I've got the question.
Swear to God.
Right, I swear on my life.
I bet you get it.
I bet you it. No, the question's going to be.
Yeah.
Who has he played with the most?
Who did Luke Young play with the most games throughout his career? Standard now, isn't it?
Standard.
Don't answer it, but yes or no. Do you know the answer to that?
What teammate I have in the starting 11?
Throughout your whole career. Don't say his name, but do you think you know it?
Possibly.
Okay. We'll find out if you do right after this live and drive on talkSPORT.
A first World Cup spot since 1998 is on the line for Scotland tonight. Beat Denmark and they'll earn the Tartan Army a spot on the plane to the US next year. But ex-midfielder Barry Bannon believes they'll have to tidy up on their recent performances.
I think the last few games at Hampden, they've let teams come and have too much of the ball, and that affects the fans then as well. But I think tonight's a different occasion. I think the fans will be there the whole time behind them, and that can be a powerful weapon for Scotland tonight.
Meanwhile, Wales play North Macedonia later, but need Belgium to lose at home to Liechtenstein if they're to avoid the playoffs. A win for Craig Bellamy's side would ensure they play at home in the semi-final, though. Over in the Lionesses camp, Serena Wiegmann has insisted she has no regrets about choosing Hannah Hampton over Mary Earps for the Euros. Speaking for the first time since Earps released her book, Wiegmann admitted she can't change the way Earps feels about her decisions.
What my reality is, someone else's reality can be different because how you experience things, that's very individual. I just know what I want to do is create an environment where we speak up, where I give clarity, where I always communicate with players when it's necessary.
Elsewhere today, Norwich have confirmed the appointment of Philippe Clement as their new manager, and England fast bowler Mark Woods has come through his first pre-Ashes fitness test and is set to play in Perth on Friday. There's more at talksport.com.
Driver talkSPORT, be Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. We've got the superstar that is Luke Young with us in the studio. Just look at the wide shot. But is that yours, Benny? It's like you've left your urine sample on the desk. Is that yours? No. Before the break, I asked the question, who did Luke Young play the most games with throughout his career? Well, Bentley asked the same question. It is?
Dean Kiley.
It is Dean Kiley. Come a bit closer. How many games do you reckon you played with Dean Kiley?
190.
No, he's told you in the break, hasn't he?
No.
No, it's not 130.
Was that all? All right.
Yeah. Good goalkeeper?
Really good.
Yeah, underrated?
Yeah, underrated. Kept us up, I would say.
Oh, really?
A couple of seasons, yeah, he was that good. When he had one of his good games, it was outrageous. Top keeper.
Good, okay. Still to come, we'll be asking Luke about some of his old managers in Gaffer tapes, but we've got Luke Young in to discuss the release of his new podcast. And to discuss that and more, we've been joined by his co-host, Max Whittle, to tell us more about it. Hello, Max.
Hello, Andy.
It's a great surname, Max Whittle. You sound very posh.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll try and be posh now, then.
From the 1500s.
I do say podcast, so that's probably right.
As opposed to?
Podcast.
Oh, podcast, darling.
Yes, darling.
Like that. Tell me a bit about it. How do you two know each other, by the way?
So Youngie slid into my DMs about 15 months ago.
Oh, not sure we should be.
A footballer. Right.
Yeah, we met last summer. It's been about 12 months in the making, and as Luke said earlier, we're really trying to get guests on to reveal the human behind all the headlines you see. And Stan Petrov, your old captain, was our first guest, and a lot of people know about his leukemia journey, for example, but he was also talking about his dad and growing up with his dad. And apparently when he broke his arm in one of his first games, Stan, when he was a teenager, and his dad didn't speak to him for 6 months. And that's the sort of stuff that we're hearing on the pod. It's been good fun.
Where's the idea come from then, Youngie? Was it your idea that we just thought?
Yeah, I mean, I saw Max doing Aston Villa TV, and then he'd done some stuff on Charlton TV. So I just reached out, and at first I was thinking of doing something for Charlton. I had a feeling that they were going to go up, and I just thought maybe doing a podcast on their journey of going up, and they actually ended up going up.
Yeah.
It wasn't that the right timing for us to do something. And then Max reached back out and said, listen, if you're still interested, why don't we do something a bit more broader on all sports and all sportsmen and women and their journeys? And then we started sort of putting our heads together and come up with the idea, and it's been great. And reaching out to old teammates, like Bent is going to come on
15th of December in the diary.
December, everyone out there listening.
Won't happen.
It will happen.
Have a backup.
But no, it's been really good.
No one wants to hear from me. They want to hear from
No, I'm 50th. I'm there.
You'll be there.
What was nice as well was Youngie hasn't done an interview since he retired, really, and he was the first person that we spoke to on the show, and all these stories started coming out about what QPR. You could tell him about the event you signed up for, Youngie.
Yeah, like I said, I was training with the 21s and just going through the motions a little bit, and to get me like through that season
at QPR,
I signed up for the London Marathon. Now, obviously, I didn't tell anyone at the club, and I'm still contracted at QPR, but I'm doing long runs. Like I'm doing like 18-mile runs. I ran to training once from Wimbledon.
Wow.
Ran all the way into QPR's training, 18 miles. Got in, and I thought I'd be training with the 21s, it won't matter. And I got called up to train with like Harry in the first team squad, and I'm doing 11v11. I've just run 18 miles in, but obviously it weren't a great thing to do. I knew I weren't going to get anywhere near the first team and starting, and I thought I needed a goal to get to the end of the season, because all your mates back home, well, you're not playing, Youngie. Let's just go and watch the football. Let's go and watch the boxing, have a few beers. And I thought, I need something to get me through this. And training every day with the kids and that, it just like, them long runs really helped me. But yeah, it was a good event.
You've done a couple, haven't you?
I've done 2 London Marathons, yeah.
Go on then.
That's the answer to the question.
No, the answer is that
we need time.
I did first one. I did 4. I wanted to get under 4:30. I did 4:27.
Decent.
And the second one I did was the hottest marathon ever.
Getting that in first before the time.
5 hours.
I haven't finished it yet. No, people are genuinely people. I mean, it was dangerous. People were dropping around. I felt like I was in a Vietnam movie.
What was the time though for the second one?
About 5:18. It was a long day. It was so hot. And the thing was, you're meant to run the marathon in what you train in, right?
Yeah.
And so I was training in like tights and shorts and a long sleeve top, because I was training like in January, February, March time. And of course we have this horrific heat wave, and I'm like, do I change or not? So I ran in everything that I run in. So I was dripping.
Youngie did it in QPR kit.
No, I didn't.
Only 18 miles of it. Listen, before we let you go, just remind everyone what the podcast is called, where they can get it, and some of the guests you've had so far and who's coming up.
It's called More Than a Name. You can find it on all your podcast platforms or on YouTube as well. James Haskell was our guest this week. Brilliant. Next week, Charlie Wakefield, Chelsea Academy. And then we've got Stephen Warnock. And, of course, Darren Bent coming up before Christmas, the Christmas special.
15th December.
My advice would be book Marcus Bent, just in case. Max, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
With the podcast. We'll give it a plug before we let Luke leave. Right, Luke, we've got you in the studio. We've talked about a few of your current sides. England, of course, they topped off a perfect World Cup qualifying campaign over the weekend, winning all 8 of their games without even conceding a goal. But Jude Bellingham has made the headlines again, with some claiming that he showed frustrations after being brought off against Albania on Sunday. There's a lot of speculation over whether or not he'll start for England at the World Cup in the summer. Now we talked ever so briefly about this with Morgan Rogers. Firstly, how highly do you rate Jude Bellingham? Because Benty and I think he's an absolute world beater. What is he for you?
Yeah, I agree with you. But I don't think anyone deserves to be on the starting 11 team sheet unless they're performing. And I think he's given opportunity to Morgan Rogers and he's taken it. So, he might have to wait his turn a little bit. But I do see him starting for England when the World Cup comes round, and just big moments like he did the last time round, scoring in the last seconds to get us through. And I'm not really sure why we're talking about it so much. He's a player, part of the squad. I think we're making too much of it too early, really. I'm guessing there's not much to talk about until we actually get there. So,
does it surprise you though, Youngie? Because again, when we were in England squads, before major tournaments, it was always about not one person, but most of the time it was Wazza. When we were like, oh, what's going on with Wazza? If he's in the right headspace, we've got a chance of winning it. Who do you think then in this current squad is England's most important player? And
Harry Kane.
Do you think so? Still,
Harry Kane, yeah, and I think he will be for a while, because I don't see who's coming through. So we need to make sure that Harry's still around for the next, 2-3 years, because I'm not sure who's going to take over from that.
Let me ask you, I thought it was quite telling at the weekend. Who did we play at Wembley at the weekend?
Albania.
Is it Albania? Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. No, it was. Yes, Serbia,
right? When Harry Kane came off, and we sort of played without number 9, right? And I said to Bentley on Monday that I thought that was quite telling, that if Harry Kane isn't fit or can't finish a game, he won't bring another striker on. I think we'll play a lot with a Foden as a false nine, for argument's sake.
Yeah,
or even Bellingham being pushed up.
We've got a lot of players to get in, and Foden fits that build, and he's played it at City quite a bit, and perhaps that makes sense that he would be. I mean, even he was trying Stones popping into midfield, so he's trying to have a look at different ways of playing. But without Harry Kane up there, I think we might have to play a different way. And you've even seen Harry probably when he's going to come into like sort of the last sort of knockings of his career, he could drop deep as well. Some of the passes that he can hit, it's like it's better than anyone out there.
I agree. You've pulled on the England shirt. How many times have you played for England?
7.
Okay. What's that pressure like?
Yeah, it's big. It's the biggest pressure that I ever played under, especially as I was at Charlton at the time. So I think when you're getting in the squad from a smaller club in the Premier League, you're perhaps thinking that people are thinking, well, why is he in it anyway? Type thing. So you feel like you've got to prove yourself more. And I think I played quite well in my games, and I had a decent game once, but I mean, I got given a really poor mark in the papers, and I think that was just because I wasn't at a big club, perhaps, and I don't know whether Benty probably feels that he'd maybe have more caps if he was at a bigger club.
Well, I said to you, I've had this conversation with Andy before about there was that kind of divide with the journalists where you think, like you said there, you thought you played quite well and you've got a low mark, and there'll be times where, I give an example, I'm not saying him, but Steven Gerrard might have been below par, but it's got an 8. And I'm going, hold on, how is it? I've only got a 5, and he's got an 8. But I just think, and Youngie's right, coming from Charlton, because I think at one stage, me, you and Murph were in the Charlton, the England squad at the same time. It just felt like we were judged differently because we weren't at the top levels, because Youngie was still performing. I was still scoring as many goals, with more goals than England strikers at that time. Murph was playing really, really well. I'd won the first Barclays Premier League Player of the Month. He'd won the second one, so we were playing well. But we just felt like we weren't quite getting the credit you deserve because you're playing for a lesser club.
Some of the players you played with, I mean, including David Beckham. I mean,
honestly, you have to get him in, didn't you?
I have to.
Honestly, he loves him.
Darren Bent.
No, loves him. Bex.
I do love Bex. But that England team at the time had some huge names. For a young kid like yourself, or just a debutant coming into the England side, it must have been quite scary for a player like yourself coming from Charlton, playing for England in a dressing room surrounded by superstars. Was it quite daunting at the time?
Yeah, it was. And when I look back now and I see you take a picture before the game and you look at the names, it is pretty incredible.
Tell me your England team.
Well, there was a few different ones, but it would have gone something like Paul Robinson or David James. Then it would have gone me, but then it would have been JT, Sol or Rio, Ashley Cole, Carragher at times. Then it would have gone Beckham, Gerrard, Lampard, Owen, Rooney.
Wow.
Yeah, so you look back now and you're quite proud that
He's told moments of when he turned up for England and the levels were just frightening. Did you feel that?
Yeah. Even in the boxes before training, it's just like absolutely zipping around. I thought some of the balls into me were those trying to stitch me up, but they weren't. That was literally the pace that they were whipping it in at you.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you've got to train well to try and get the the trust of the other players, because they're probably thinking like, he probably might not be in the next squad. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to perform. And I think when I first got in there, it was me or Phil Neville because Gary was injured. So I'm thinking Phil's next in line. I'm coming to be sub backup. But I think I'd played particularly well against Borough the week before, and Steve McLaren was the Borough manager and obviously the assistant for England. And I got a nod over Phil, which I was quite surprised about. But I ended up playing. I think I played 5 on the bounce for England, which we're quite proud of.
You mentioned your gaffer there, or a gaffer. We're going to have gaffer tape chat when we come back. So we'll find out what your favourite ones were, least favourites, maybe ones that gave you the hairdryer tellings off.
There's a few of them, yeah.
Okay. Gaffer tapes when we come back with our wonderful guest, Luke Young. Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and Just Eat. Tackle Matchday snacks and the weekly shop in one go. Whatever you need, whenever you need it, delivered straight to your door. Still to come, but it's going to be picnic. England's not going to the World Cup 11. Just quickly, Norwich have appointed former Rangers boss Philippe Clement. Is it Clement? As their head coach, I think that's how you pronounce it. Clement. Man United striker Benjamin Sesko is out for around about a month with a knee injury. We wish him well. Why are you smiling? You're horrible.
No smile.
You just smiled.
No, I didn't.
You're vile,
No,
man. You're absolute vile, man. Right, time now for this.
The Gaffer tapes. Young to hit one. Oh, that is fantastic.
Yes, this is Luke Young's Gaffer tapes, where former England defender Luke Young will be telling us about some of his former gaffers. Luke, you're going to be asked 4 questions. You'll have to tell us which one of your former gaffers fits the answer to the question the most. But once you've used that gaffer's name, you can't use it for another answer. Okay? The 4 former gaffers you've got are Alan Kirbishley, or Curbs, George Graham, Gareth Southgate, and Alan Pardew. All right?
Okay.
Good luck. So from those 4, which one of your former gaffers gave the best team talks?
I'm going to go with Alan Pardew.
Okay.
Reason why, we was in a relegation dogfight and he came in to try and get us out of it. So every team talk had to be bang on and like geeing us up to try and get us out of the predicament we was in. So I liked playing under Pards. He weren't there. I weren't there long with him, if that makes sense, because when we went down, I ended up leaving the next season.
Did you ever have a manager that gave no team talk and the number 2 just came in and did it?
Yeah, well, at times Martin O'Neill. If we won the week before, Benty, did you play under Martin?
No, I came general.
No.
Yeah.
So under Martin O'Neill, if we won the week before and the week before that, he'd come in with a bit of paper and he'd say, same team, same subs.
Well, you'd have that written down. You couldn't remember that.
I think so, yeah. But we'd already saying it before he came in because we knew he was going to play.
Yeah.
We'd all be in our suit and then we'd just get changed. And don't really remember him saying too much, as in like a real G-up team talk.
At half-time team talks, were they all mapped out or was it just ad-lib from the manager?
Depending on what's happened, yeah. Depending on what's happened during the game, really.
Okay.
I like playing under Pardew. He was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard only good things about him, actually.
guy, yeah.
Question number 2, which of your former gaffers was the best in training? Best at football or used to get involved the most? You've got Southgate, Graham and Curbs left.
I'm going to go, obviously, with Gareth Southgate because he was recently retired from playing. I think he'd only had a year out, so Gareth was 38 and could probably still got in our team back then. So I'm going to go Gareth Southgate for that. Although, good mention to Curbs. Curbs used to join in every now and then, but he stopped doing that when people like Paul Konchesky try to rattle him for being out of side. So he was getting rattled by the subs that like weren't playing. So I think he thought I better ditch the boots for a while.
When you played under Gareth Southgate, could you tell he was one day going to be England manager or go on to bigger and better things, or were you surprised when he got the job?
I think it was too early to tell. He was like almost like transitioning out of the changing room into being a manager. But one thing that I do remember with Gareth was that one of the only real times I really wanted to win for him, because he was such a good guy, like such a lovely fella, and you wanted to play well for him. And if we lost, like I felt sorry for him because I wanted him to do well.
Okay. Did you practice penalties with him?
We didn't know.
No, okay. Surprise.
That's harsh, that.
Right, well, I was just asking. Maybe you got past it. Right, 2 down, 2 to go. Question number 3. Which of your former gaffers used to get the angriest in the dressing room on the training pitch? Maybe gave you the hairdryer.
What's my choice?
You got George Graham and Alan Kirbishley.
George Graham.
Yeah?
George Graham,
At Spurs, right?
At Spurs. Didn't have to say much, and I was a kid, so whatever he said, I would have done, straight away. And it was quite simple for me. I loved playing under George Graham. I played some of my best football even as a kid, like 19, 20 years of age, because it was so simple. If you do this, you'll stay in my side. If you don't and you're not performing well, you're out. And it was so clear what you needed to do. So I really loved playing under George Graham.
How were you at Spurs? Were you in the youth academy there?
Yeah, from 10 years of age all the way through.
So who's the manager before George Graham? He was your first manager for the senior side, right?
George Graham gave me my debut. Before that, it was his Swiss Christian Gross.
Yeah.
But I was like in the resis, if you like.
Okay.
And then before that, it was Jerry Francis when I was in the youth team.
Okay, it must have been for you as a Spurs fan, playing for Spurs must have been an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's only when you look back, though, isn't it? Like, at the time, you're young. And I played in 2 FA Cup semi-finals in the first 2 years I was a kid coming through. And I just thought, they happen all the time. And it took me another, 10 years to get back to another one, you know?
You'd have been a kid coming through with Cundy, right?
Jace was
He just signed from Chelsea.
Yeah, he was a pro at the club, and I was a first-year apprentice.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think there was him, Pat Van Der Nauw, I think, was still about.
Yeah, fullback, yeah.
And I think Razor Ruddock, I think, was about still.
God,
yeah, they had a good school. I think they had a good school, yeah, a good midweek.
Did you have an initiation ceremony at Spurs?
No, I didn't, no, luckily.
Did you have it at any club?
Only just singing. Not like the back in the day, some of them ones you hear about. But no, I only like singing a song in front of people, but not like...
You know, you've got to do that before you leave, yeah.
All right, no worries.
Have you got any Cundy stories for us?
No, my brother might have. My brother was a pro at Spurs, and he would have played with Cundy a little bit because he was 6 years older than me.
Okay.
So yeah, he might have.
Why did your brother not make it?
He did. He played for Bournemouth for 13, 14 years, League 1, League 2-ish.
Oh, okay.
He was out for about 18 months with his knee, round about sort of the age of 26, 27. At kind of.
But it didn't work at Tottenham for him.
No, he got a couple of years pro, but never made a first team appearance.
Okay. Good answers. Right, last answer has to be Alan Kirbishley. Which one of your former gaffers made you the most nervous?
Yeah, I probably didn't think about the order of that. Curbs was a lovely fella.
If there was another manager that's not on that list that you want to give that answer to, is there a manager that would make you nervous?
I've already used him.
Who is it?
George Graham. Only because I'm 19 and I remember I told this story before, but we played Leeds at home, and in the 85th minute it's 1-0, and I get spun by Alan Smith. We went on to Man United. Yeah. Spun me in the box, shot straight through my legs into the bottom corner, and we go into the change rooms after the game, and it's silence. We've got done late. And George Graham came in, and I don't know whether he said anything else. All I can remember was silence, and then he went, "Luke, you've got to learn, son. You've got to learn." And then it went silent again, and I'm 19, and I'm thinking, I can't let that happen again. But, you know, like that real, called me out in front of everyone, and then going home thinking, that's all my fault, that. Can't let someone spin again in the box. And you go either two ways. You go under, or you go, right, that can't happen again.
Yeah. What an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us for that. Benty said you'd be great. He lied. You've been better than great. You've been amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Just before you go, remind everyone about how they can listen to your podcast and what it's called.
I need Max to come in again. He's better at explaining everything. But yeah, it's more than a name. Spotify, YouTube. What else we got? What else?
Just wherever you get
your podcast.
Apple Pods.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Okay. And you got a big guest coming up with Darren Bent in a few weeks' time.
December the 15th, guys. Yeah.
10 a.m.
Well, you got more chance of Jake Paul beating Joshua. Good luck with that. Luke Young, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Last hour of our show coming up right after this. Benty will be picking his World Cup 11 that won't be playing in the World Cup.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil. And the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian Casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Number 2 done.
Welcome back to round number 3 of Drive and talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. The sneaker freak Darren Bent is here.
Please look at this donut on YouTube.
Good, thanks. To a look. Oh, yeah, he's a donut. Now, still to come, we'll have some fun with the best of talkSPORT. How about this, everyone? Oh, we are so excited because Drive Time is about to head out on the road.
So we have a winner for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Canada, Mexico and USA have been selected.
USA runs the world in sports, so that's why we need this culture, you guys' culture, to continue to come over here.
We've been preparing for years, so I do feel that we are getting close to getting ready. I mean, the fact that the draw is happening in less than a month's time is very exciting.
Hey, I'm driving here.
Dust off your passports, pack your suitcases. England are on their way.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for drive time.
Drive in the USA. Coming soon.
I'll drive. Get us there quick.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, from Monday the 1st of December, Benny and I, we bring you an entire week of drive time shows live from America. Yes, this is all ahead of the World Cup draw on Friday the 5th, where England and hopefully the other home nations will all discover their opponents. Throughout the week, we're going to be joined by a whole host of massive names from the world of sport and showbiz, beginning our journey in New York, which is so exciting, before ending up in Washington, D.C. on the 5th to find out who the home nations will face at the World Cup in June. That's Drive in the USA here on talkSPORT from Monday, December the 1st. Have you sorted out the sneaker shops we're going to?
I know where we're going. Don't worry, I know where we're going.
Yeah. Have you sorted out all the other stuff I should sort out?
Like what?
Yeah, those clubs.
Why are you making those clubs?
It's going to be, and we're very lucky. Producer Joe's coming with us. Who else is? Who's part?
Is Billy going?
No, Billy, no. Billy's not old enough to get on a plane on his own.
Jack?
Time, is he? I don't. We asked Jack to go, but he sadly booked a ticket to York rather than New York.
Yeah,
slightly wrong. Who else is going with us? Oh, Management Max.
Of course, they jumped. Of course, they jumped on the trip.
And of course, the big gaffer, the big cheese, Liam's coming.
Yeah, of course, he's got to come.
Alex Crook's coming. No, he's not. Is Crookie coming with us?
That's so fun.
Is he
I
really?
absolutely love that. Is
oh,
it really?
I didn't know that. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
It's a bully.
All down to a certain talkSPORT colleague's golden pace.
Yeah, we'll be taking that with us. We
Maybe have an ice cream in front of the Trevi Fountain.
we could do that in Times Square. That's where we'll have our ice cream. Yes, all very excited. Right, time now for this. Oh, so with that in mind, I see. Okay, I thought it was a jingle. You can only have one jingle per hour. So, talking of the World Cup, right?
I mean, that ad-lib is unbelievable.
Talking of the World Cup, Darren, mate. No, I don't need it. I'm a professional. I can just turn that around. I can ad-lib. Talking of the World Cup now, we've been talking... No, that's not for you. It's just to prove I can ad-lib. We've been talking about players that we think either will start for England or definitely be in the squad, but no one's really talking about the players that won't make the World Cup.
We haven't been talking about that because Youngie's been in for an hour. But yeah.
No, we have. We talked about Jude Bellingham. We talked about Harry Kane. We talked about other players in and about. But we haven't really talked about the players that you think, or I think, won't actually be making the plane.
Yeah.
Right? Won't make the trip to America and be part of England's World Cup squad. Now, we've asked you to pick our England team of 11 players that won't be going. Now, on paper, originally, when producer Joe mentioned this, I thought that'd be quite difficult. I've seen his team, and I've got an idea of yours. There's the midfield especially, there's some big names that we all think are going to be missing out, right? Do you think, before you tell us your 11, do you think that if you was to sit in a room with Thomas Tuchel right now and say, look, this won't ever be aired, do you know your squad if everyone's fit? Do you think he knows it?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
So no one can really play themselves into it?
I think there'll be a couple where he's maybe on the fence, but I think there are going to be a couple of players as well that are going to have almost seasons of their lives between now and the World Cup to get themselves in it. Like, and I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Like, say if you're Ollie Watkins, right? He wasn't in the last squad. If he was to go and score 20 between now and the end of the season and finish behind Haaland, because Haaland's going to win the Golden Boot, then that's one where he's almost forcing the issue. Now, if Thomas then chooses not to pick him, Ollie Watkins can at least go, well, do you know what? I couldn't have done any more. But I think if you get 20 goals and Villa do really well in Europe and in the Premier League, and he's responsible for a lot of that, then I don't see how you ignore him, because we'll be talking about it. We'll be saying, what a turnaround Watkins is. He's scoring goals every single week. And I think he could force himself into the squad. But as it currently stands, I think he knows who he wants to take.
Okay. So, Benny, you got your 1 to 11 of players that you think definitely won't be on the plane.
Yeah. So, in goal, I've gone, listen, great guy.
Oh, here we go. He's going to insult everyone now.
We absolutely love him. Friend of the show. Fantastic. Aaron Ramsdale. Do you know what I mean? I'm gutted for him. Like, I just think...
What's the main reason he's not going?
Not playing. I think he's not playing, and other keepers are. So, like, Pickford's obviously going to go.
Yeah.
Dean Henderson's playing.
Yeah.
I think Nick Pope, probably.
Yeah.
He's playing, so that's my only reason. I know I'm probably missing out a few other goalkeepers there, but
Trafford.
Yeah, Trafford is another, but then he's not playing, so he's in the same boat. But I think Trafford's probably is more understandable because he's thinking
he must be devastated.
He's devastated, but I've got Donnarumma in front of me. So
no, we got that move.
Yeah. So but I'm going Ramsdale.
Can I ask if Trafford somehow gets a move in January? Would he have a chance?
No, Nick, a loan move.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good goalkeeper.
I know, but is there... okay, does Trafford need to move in January to have a chance?
Yes, because I think the top two are Pickford and Henderson.
I agree with
and them two are tight.
Yeah.
So, but I've gone Ramsdale.
Okay.
Ramsdale or Trafford, but I'm going to Ramsdale. Right back, I've gone Trent.
I said this to Joe, and Joe said he thinks he's going to go.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd go.
The reason why, I'm not quite...
That's unbelievable.
I know, I'm not quite sure what Thomas Tuchel's feelings are towards Trent, but what I've seen up until this point, I've seen Reece James is his guy. And rightly so. Reece James played really well for him at Chelsea, won the Champions League with him. He's a fantastic fullback, can do both sides really well, can defend well, go forward well, but also Konsa's been unbelievable, and he can play at right back. So I think that Thomas Tuchel will look at that and go, well, do you know what? There's enough there that I think we're okay in that. And we're okay in that.
But I agree with you, but the other thing I'll say is Trent can offer something that those two right backs can't.
Which is what?
That unbelievable range.
Mate, I'm telling you now, I promise you.
I know what you're going to say.
Reece James is not far behind him.
I know, but he's still behind him.
He's behind him, but you're talking about a guy that...
I know, if Reece James gets injured, we haven't got that player.
Yeah, but understandably, but I think Reece James, he looks like he's kind of over his injuries, but again, Konsa's been that good. And also, Jed Spence could go there.
Yeah, he can play either side.
Yes. So,
Okay.
right. So my two centre halves. So I've gone for Jarrell Kwanzaa.
Okay.
I don't think he'll go because I just think you got Gahey. Kwanzaa again can play there. John Stones. I think Dan Burn. I think Thomas Tuchel quite likes him.
I think Dan Burn will go.
Yeah. So there's 4.
Okay.
So I just don't think Kwanzaa will go.
Yeah.
The other one I don't think's going to go, and I put him at centre back, even though he's a right back. But you'll get it because he can play that right over 3. Good friend of the show, messaged me earlier. Carl Walker. Yeah, and it's a shame because he has been. Well, we think he's England's great.
Isn't he at Burnley, isn't it?
Yeah, he's England's greatest ever right back. We think.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, that's a fact.
Fact, right? So we think he's great, but I think now Thomas Tuchel might have gone. Well, do you know what? I'm going to go with the other boys.
Do you think he'll be devastated?
I don't know. I'll ask him.
Okay, but do you think?
Yeah, of course. I think these guys are proud. Do you know what I mean? They've been so good for so long that they just. If someone says no, that's effectively them saying we don't believe you're still at the level.
No, you're right, but I mean because he's had such a ridiculous.
Oh no,
career.
he'll still want to play.
Yeah, okay.
Because he'll still feel he's got a part to play. So left back Luke Shaw.
Why? Because he's not been.
No, but do you know what I nearly put on the list?
I think Luke Shaw will go. By the way, if he's fit.
No, he won't.
If he's fit, I think he'll go.
Right.
Well, we don't have an abundance of left backs.
Well, so the ones you've got,
Lewis Kelly,
and who's been starting ahead of Lewis Kelly at left back?
Riley.
Right, Nico, and by the way, he is unbelievable.
Yeah.
By the way, and he seems like he's gone to play for England, getting better and better. Pep obviously trusts him. He's good size as well, so I think he'll go.
Do you think he'll start O'Reilly over Lewis Kelly? I think Lewis Kelly needs game time.
Right, this is the problem, and I love Lewis Kelly, right? But he's not playing. Like he'll get enough minutes because he'll play Champions League and stuff. But I think Nico O'Reilly is now going to play every week for Man City.
Okay.
So that's
5 at the back. Go on, we'll run that.
So I'm going to go Luke Shaw. Midfield 3, Curtis Jones.
Yep.
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
And Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah, I mean that role. There's too many of them in.
Too many of them.
Yeah.
That's simply by associating with numbers.
Yeah, I agree.
Gibbs-White. I need to put Alex Scott in there as well. But I think he'll kind of he'll understand it because he's only just got into the squad. If he gets left out, it'll be a big deal to him. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to who else has been left out, it's quite small. Left, Jack Grealish.
Yeah, I agree with you. He would go if I was picking the team, but I don't think he'll be taken. I agree with that.
Striker, Ollie Watkins.
Who have you got on the right?
Jared Bowen.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't think Bowen will go. And the reason why I say that, and this is nothing against Bowen, but Saka's going to play, right?
Yep.
Tuchel likes Madueke.
Yep.
And Cole Palmer can play out there.
Yep. 100% right.
So
the only one I'm not so sure about is Trent.
Yeah. But
I'm sure, actually, 2 fullbacks you pick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, listen, the other 2 right backs I mentioned, they're definitely going.
Yeah, that's right.
In Konza and Reece, they're definitely going.
Yeah.
So it's...
Okay. We shall see. We shall see. When we come back, we'll have some fun with the best of talkSPORT. And then, of course, we'll be looking ahead to a gigantic night for Wales and obviously Scotland. If you want to have your say on that, you can 03717 22 3344. And then Billy comes in for the end show quiz. Just 45 minutes left of today's Drive Time show. And all of it is coming up after this. Drive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent here, and Just Eat. Score yourself a stunning delivery straight to your door. Still to come, we'll bring you team news ahead of Wales and Scotland's massive World Cup qualifiers this evening. And just quickly, Arsenal fear that defender Gabriel could be out until January. We'll discover the exact extent of his injury in the coming days.
Yeah, it's a big blow up. Big blow. I mean, listen, Mosquera and Scapi will be very good, but yeah, Gabriel this season has been the standout, certainly defender for us.
That's why you have a squad.
Exactly.
Right. Just quickly, before we do today's Best of talkSPORT, do you think Jack has made any mistakes in it?
Yes, there'll be one.
You think there'll be one?
Yeah.
Okay, should we find out?
Yep.
Press the button, Jack. He's smiling. Look at Jack. Jack writes these. Yeah, some of the best talkSPORT friends. We run you through some of the recent moments from across talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with this afternoon's Hawksby and Baker show. Got that right. Paul and Charlie were discussing the creative way that Gianluca Mancini marked Erling Haaland when Italy played Norway on Sunday.
Mancini kept grabbing my buttocks. And I thought, what are you doing? So we danced for a while. No, he didn't say that. He said, it fired me up, he said. It fired me up. And I said to him, thanks for the motivation. Let's have it. And he certainly did have it and scored 2 goals.
2 goals,
And they cuffed Italy 4-1.
I can't picture Erling Haaland's buttocks, actually, Paul.
Okay. Anything like that ever happened to you, DB? Anyone grab anything of yours?
I think his name was Robert Page, the old Wales manager.
You remember him?
He was at Sheffield United at the time when I was a young kid, come through Ipswich. I got into the first team, was wreaking havoc, and every time he walked past me, he'd pinch under my arm. Just kept pinching me.
Nothing you could do.
Nothing I could do.
Because if you give it one of them, you get yellow.
Not so much back then because you'd get away with it, but because I was a young kid, I was never going to do that to him. He was massive.
Grabbed your lunchbox?
No, never. No. I scored with that though.
What?
Scored with that though.
Did you? You scored your lunchbox?
Yeah.
Who's that against?
The Derby. And a celebration, I've gone to the collapse of the floor like,
Well, did it hit you on it?
Hit me on it and flew in.
Right, don't need to say flew in. Gee, show off, blimey. Flew into the top corner.
Like someone crossed it in hard.
It didn't fly in. It hit you and just bobbled in.
I'll show you.
No, Drivey didn't.
No,
the goal.
Yeah.
Fine, okay, yeah. Which of your old teammates was the best at housery?
I mean, Alan Houghton was very good at that, feeling the contact and then just flying. Like in terms of the housery, but that was his big thing. Is that he'd touch it, and the moment he felt contact, it was like a front forward flip, and he'd win it every time. Ashley Young was the same.
Yeah.
Buy free kicks for fun.
If you had to distract someone, how would you do it?
I mean, if I had to distract someone, how would you do it?
I mean, it depends what scenario. Honestly.
If you had to distract someone, how would you do it? I mean, just...
Told you we didn't even get past the first question. For the best bits of the show, check out the H&J podcast. Remember to listen to H&J tomorrow. It's an Ashes special coming from the Sixes Cricket Bar. You're doing something on their show.
Yeah, supposed to. Yeah, I'm going to go in there.
Well, supposed to. You're not doing it?
Yeah, I'm here. On to Sunday's weekend breakfast. Shabana Hearn was explaining the cost of a Birkin bag to her co-host, Big Tony Cascarino.
Yeah, it's 25 grand.
What?
Yes! And all the footballers are rocking up to camp with their Birkin bags. No. Somebody tell me that the game's not gone. Game's gone.
How much cash they got in these bags? How can you spend 25 grand on a handbag? Come on.
Nuts. But if
no
you
wonder
wanted to
footballers
treat
go
me this
skint
Christmas...
after their play.
What's the silliest purchase you've ever made?
So that's it. I do find myself, if I buy clothes from like ASOS or something, I'll get them, try them on and go, no, I don't like them. And I just won't get around to sending them back. And it's too late. I'm quite lazy like that.
What's something that should be much cheaper than it is?
Trainers.
Nah, I like them when they are.
They're too expensive.
No,
I'll tell you what should
it depends what level you go in at.
I'll tell you what it should be, right? What are those Uggs that I want? Palace.
My Palace
Uggs. Now, I want a pair of those. They're like 250 quid for a pair of Uggs slip-ons. That's insane.
It's the Palace collab, though.
Don't matter. If anyone out there wants me to wear them for free, let me know.
No, they won't. They don't need you.
£250.
Palace don't need you. Trust me.
£250 for a pair of Uggs.
Who would pay that for them?
I'll pay 175 max, let me know.
What have you made? What have you made of the way that man bags have come back in?
Love it, mate. Someone the other day said, why have you got a man bag? And I went, I'll tell you why. In it, I got my pass, my door keys, my headphones, my...
Oh, that's enough. Don't tell me what you got in your man bag. Relax.
No, but I'm telling you, sunglasses.
Nothing. You got nothing in it.
No, it's normal stuff, though. Reading glasses. No, but this is stuff that I just need.
No, you've got nothing in it.
Well, people know I've got my door key. I mean...
Okay.
I don't put them in it, actually.
Yeah.
I keep them on me. I'm saying, all of that stuff, and like headache pills, mints, soothers for my throat, all of that. Where else does it go?
Obviously, the soothers ain't working.
Darts. Where else does it go?
Okay. I'm a backpack.
Hold on, protection stuff.
Yeah, there you go. You still got that bat in there?
Yeah, and that spray.
Pepper spray, yeah.
Pepper spray, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Don't forget Shaban.
And security are in there.
Yeah, I like that, yeah. Don't forget Shaban and Tony will be back this weekend on Saturday and Sunday from 6 a.m.
And Goldstein's Golden Paste, close up on me. Goldstein's Golden Paste, available at davidbarber.com. That's also in my man bag. The smell. Right, let's finish with Ollie Klink. He hosted this show, Kickoff. And his co-host, Roy Jennings, made a bold claim.
I'm not sure I can be friends with a man who plays computer games. It's such an odd thing for you to do. What do you do? Just sit there playing computer games like an adult sitting up with a remote control pad.
You own a pair of red trainers, mate. Don't talk to me about him.
Yeah, I've got a bad fashion sense. There's no doubt about that.
They were from the kids
I
section.
don't own a Super Nintendo in my adult life because that would be absolutely ridiculous. You've got a girlfriend?
No, but that's got nothing to do with the fact.
Don't diss Super Nintendo. We're back to problems.
I'm going to stick up Ollie Klink. He does have a girlfriend. I mean, it's a virtual girlfriend, obviously, on the iPad. What's the best video game of all time?
Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive. I still play it now. What a game that was.
I never thought I'd say this. I agree with Roy Jennings.
No.
You're a sado, mate.
Adam, Axel, Blaze.
You're a grown man.
Hey, I don't get if I'm a grown man. Hey, all right. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to his name. I can't remember his name, but Derek, right? Still plays games
I don't know
now.
what you're talking about.
Management, Derek, who's high up.
Yeah.
He plays video games. Send it to him.
I'll get him down. I'll say it to him.
Right, I'll get him. I'll message him to come down.
There's no need for that. What's the most embarrassing hobby someone can have?
Most embarrassing hobby would be probably bringing out airwax. He would do that nonsense.
That's not a hobby, is it?
Yeah, so your hobby.
It's not a hobby.
You get paid for it. Then it's a hobby.
Yeah, I do get paid for it.
No, you don't.
What, you think I do it for free?
Okay, so you know. So where's the charity then? You said you don't get paid for it.
Where's your charity when you?
No, you said you. See, when you start making money, you'll make charity. Here we go.
I get paid for it.
Okay, so give it to charity.
I try and get back some of the 300 grand I've invested in it. That paddle, that's quite embarrassing.
It's incredible.
I played paddle. I played something this morning. I won 7-6. I'll tell you what, it's a tough game.
Who was the guy that said to me, Benty, we need to be playing once a week?
Yeah, once a week.
That was you, yeah.
Once a week. How many times a week do you play?
Every day.
I played something that was a 6, and let me tell you, they're really good. We beat 7-6. That was you yesterday getting in the lift. Let me tell you, Andy, we beat them 7-6, 7-6. I'm moving up to a 6 now. One of the best results of my career, you sad man. That was you yesterday getting in the lift, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
You're an idiot.
We smashed them. Oh, never played somebody in my life. Unbelievable performance.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Remember, you can download 21 minutes ago the Unfiltered podcast. Me and Jason Cunley. And Goldstein's Golden Paste available at davidbarber.com.
How's that allowed to be in the show, Joe?
Well, because it's part of the show. We sponsor the best of talkSPORT. Should we have a bit of no Googling, shall we? I think we shall. We'll bring you team news in just a moment ahead of Wales against Scotland in their massive World Cup qualifiers this evening. Time for no Googling. Played really well. 7-6, 7-6. Best of ever playing. I had a 4-hand smash. Let's go 5-4 up. And we had serve.
Hold on. You put a 4-arm smash on your story.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We want to know who's the first player to score 2 own goals in the same Premier League game. Who's the first player to score 2 own goals in the same Premier League
recently?
Game? No, not even in this century. How about that? The answer to that and more paddle chat. We beat a 6 and we're only a 5. That takes our score up to 6 as well. We're amazing. All the answers and that coming up after this on talkSPORT.
A first World Cup spot since 1998 is on the line for Scotland tonight. Beat Denmark and they'll earn the Tartan Army a spot on the plane to the US next year. But ex-midfielder Barry Bannon believes they'll have to tidy up on their recent performances.
I think the last few games at Hampden, they've let teams come and have too much of the ball, and that affects the fans then as well. But I think tonight's a different occasion. I think the fans will be there the whole time behind them, and that can be a powerful weapon for Scotland tonight.
Meanwhile, Wales play North Macedonia later, but need Belgium to lose at home to Liechtenstein if they're to avoid the playoffs. A win for Craig Bellamy's side would ensure they play at home in the semi-final, though. Over in the Lionesses camp, Sarina Wiegman has insisted she has no regrets about choosing Hannah Hampton over Mary Earps for the Euros. Speaking for the first time since Earps released her book, Wiegman admitted she can't change the way Earps feels about her decisions.
What my reality is, someone else's reality can be different because how you experience things, that's very individual. I just know what I want to do is create an environment where we speak up, where I give clarity, where I always communicate with players when it's necessary.
Elsewhere today, Norwich have confirmed the appointment of Philippe Clement as their new manager, and England fast bowler Mark Woods has come through his first pre-Ashes fitness test and is set to play in Perth on Friday. There's more at talkSPORT.com.
talkSPORT with Andy Goldstein. Superstar is Darren Bent. I like that jumper. Is that expensive?
No.
Where's it from?
I can't remember.
How do you know it's so expensive then?
Because I don't remember it being that expensive.
Oh, okay. This is going to be like Chanel or something.
Nah, of course not. You know what? Someone's put a couple of nice messages in there. Someone's put...
what about my Uggs, Palace?
No, someone's put here, most outrageous purchase I've ever made. That golden paste cost me 43 quid. That was right.
Why would you... Hold on. Why would you say that?
That's what it is.
It's not 43 quid. That's an absolute lie.
I'd more rather hang around with a man who plays console computer games than a man carrying a man bag with hair products in it. Simon Redden. Shout out Simon.
Simon, you need to get a life.
No, I like Simon. Don't diss Simon.
Was he part of the team? You eat 76. He was a 6, and now we're a 5. Now we're going to go up. We're going to climb the rankings.
Oh,
Would you like the answer to no Googly? Who's the first player to score 2 own goals in the same Premier League game?
I think I know it.
Go on.
Did he play for Chelsea?
Yeah.
Did he also play for...
Go on, Nick. Time for great acting from Darren Bent.
No, I can't remember who else to play for. I'm going to go for Michael Dewberry.
Right, he's told you.
Who's told me?
Joe. Well, you've looked.
Well, have I looked?
I saw your kid's life.
I saw my kid's life. I didn't look.
I know, because Jamie Carragher.
Is it?
Yeah. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 3, September 99. All right?
Didn't know that.
Okay.
What's Dewberry?
For us from 7, Hugh will be hosting kick.
No, I'm here. I'm not doing the show afterwards. This is 7 finished.
What?
7 o'clock I'm finished.
No. Hugh Wisencroft.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. Hugh will be hosting kickoff.
No, 7 o'clock I finish. Stop saying me because I'm not doing that.
Wisencroft.
Okay.
Always works. Good work. This evening, Hugh has got former Chelsea Joe alongside him. Right, it's a massive night in World Cup qualifying for both Scotland and Wales. Let's start with the Scots. They host Denmark in Group C. They can only secure a place to next summer's finals with a win tonight. Their boss, Stevie Clarke, he's been speaking to the media ahead of the game and he's confident of a result.
We wanted to make we always thought when the draw was made that if we could get it down to the final game here at Hampden, that would be an achievement because we would then have had to finish above our seeding. We've done that. We were drawn as a pot 3 team. We're already in second place. we want to go one step further and finish at the top of the group.
I'm guessing you agree with Stevie Clarke that Scotland have done well to get themselves into a position so far. But, I mean, it all comes down to whether or not you qualify, right? No one's going to pat them on the back if they don't. It's a massive, massive night for Scotland.
Yeah, it's huge. Absolutely massive. And you're right, they've given themselves an opportunity to qualify. And it's one of those where it comes down to this. It's either Denmark or you. You're at home. You're at Hampden. Atmosphere's going to be absolutely rocking. It's about, can these players now put in a performance that not only makes themselves proud, but the nation's proud as well. So I think they've got a great chance.
If you'd have asked any Scot at the beginning of qualifying, would you take this? One game, winner takes all.
Yeah.
Home as well.
Yeah.
You take it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know.
Tough game.
It's a tough game, but also as well, you got like conditions freezing up there.
That's going to suit them.
Right, exactly. And again, we've seen before in the past with big Champions League. It's not been a while, but big teams go to Scotland and Celtic and struggle because it's freezing cold, the atmosphere is hostile. And I think that's what it's going to be like tonight. I think if Scotland can get that first goal, then that gives them a massive, massive advantage, because I always feel like for Denmark, it's a bit of a weird scenario, because for Scotland, you've got to go and win. Simple as that. Draw's not good enough, you've got to go and win. It's as simple as that. But for Denmark, how do you play it? Do you go, right, keep it a bit cautious?
I think you've got to go for the win.
But then do you leave yourself open for Scotland to go and score?
How many times do we see a team try and defend a lead
and not happen,
and it just invites the opposition?
That's why I wouldn't prefer to be where Denmark are, because that's a bit stupid, because they're top of the group. But it's going to be fascinating to see how they start the game. Are they going to be cautious? Are they going to throw men forward? Are they going to try and hold on to what they've got, try and nick a point? Because you're right. I always think it's very hard when you go into a game thinking, right, we're going to keep it tight and try and nick the result, try and steal the result rather than try and win the result. If Scotland scored after 10 minutes, then all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, what do we do now then?
Yeah.
We've got to go. Do you know what I mean? Then it's chaos. But I think Scotland have got a great chance of winning.
Scotland not played at World Cup since 1998. Do you want them to get there?
I remember their first game. I think they played Brazil. I remember Ronaldo doing that unbelievable roll with one foot and step over the other. Do you remember?
No.
He was wearing
France 98, right?
Yeah. R9. He wore the mercurial kind of vapour with the silver, yellow, blue. And he did that. Was it Colin Hendry? Is it Colin Hendry?
Centre half, yeah.
Yeah, he did that. He did it to him. Unbelievable bit of skill.
I don't remember that.
But no, it'd be good to see Scotland there. It'd be good to see that.
Do you want them there?
I've not got an issue with it.
Okay. Do you want all the home nations there?
Yeah, it makes it better, doesn't it? Makes it good.
Yeah, I suppose.
Bit of the banter's flying about as well.
Yeah, well, that's what we want. We want loads of banter during the World Cup.
Exactly. I mean, it was brilliant in the Euros that were in this country, and we played Scotland.
I think we were all there, weren't we?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Like the Scottish fans bantering with the English fans. It was good.
Anything other than the win means Scotland are in the playoffs, but you can't go into a game knowing that you've got that as a sort of a backdrop. You need to win the game, right? Because you might not win the playoffs.
Yeah. Again, that's the thing. I just think get the job done tonight, man. Worry about what's going on later.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hostile. I know that it's going to be loud in there. I know, particularly, as I said earlier, but the weather may not, because obviously Denmark, I was thinking cold in Denmark still, but up there is different, man, in terms of the atmosphere.
I agree with you. Right, let's move on to Wales. They host North Macedonia tonight. Before we discuss the game, let's get the team news from talkSPORT's Lawrence Mora.
Yeah, listen, it's a big game for Wales. They know that a win, that'll propel them into the playoffs with a home tie, draw or defeat, and that'll leave Craig Bellamy's side in pot 4 and facing an away match at Italy, Turkey, Ukraine or Poland. As things stand right now, that of course could change should Scotland go and beat Denmark. But Wales are without Ben Davies and Kiefer Moore through injury. Ethan Ampadu and Jordan James are suspended, and so that means that Harry Wilson captains Wales for the very first time, and he's one of 5 changes from a 1-0 win at Liechtenstein. Brennan Johnson, David Brooks, Liam Cullen, Josh Sheehan, the other players who come into the 11. So they start with Carl Darlow in goals, Nico Williams, 19-year-old Dylan Lawler, Joe Roden and Jada Silva. That'll be the back 4. Sheehan, Cullen and Wilson, the midfield trio. Dan James, Brennan Johnson and David Brooks, the front 3. They face a tough task this evening. North Macedonia have only conceded 3 goals in their qualifying campaign so far. They've drawn home and away with Belgium as well, and they fancy their chances just in case Belgium slip up at Liechtenstein. Not going to happen, so this really is a fight for second place. At the Cardiff City Stadium, it's Wales against North Macedonia.
Good work as always. Thanks, Lawrence. Let's stay with Wales, shall we? Because they need a win to finish second in their World Cup qualifying group and secure a home advantage for their playoff semi-final in March. If they fail to win, then that semi-final will be away against a higher-ranked opponent, such as Italy. The boss, Craig Bellamy, has been speaking to the media ahead of the game, and he discussed the importance of it tonight.
Look, it's massive. I mean, I can lie to you if you want me to and say it doesn't, but, you know, come on, to finish second and have a home game, it's huge, because if we finish fourth, the away game and the teams that are in those games.
I like that. I like honesty from a manager. I think that's really important. It is tough for the Welsh, but I'm a big fan of Craig Bellamy. I think he's done great things there.
He's given him a chance.
Yeah, you can't ask for more than that.
I mean, for so long, it felt like, and they haven't got this particular player, but when they had Bale, it almost felt like and Ramsey played his big part as well.
So who's up front? Who did the Cruyff turn score?
Robson Kanu.
Yeah,
but he's not them.
No, I know, but I'm just saying they still had.
Yeah, but I mean, Bale was the one where you go.
Of course.
It almost felt like he had to do so much, and he did.
Do you remember? Sorry, it's probably before your time. Although maybe it was when would it have been? In 80s. You remember? But the Welsh team, when I was growing up, they had Ian Rush, Mark Hughes, Dean Saunders. They had defensively, they had Neville Southall.
Yeah.
They had Kevin Ratcliffe. He was an unbelievable player. They had a frighteningly good team. The Welsh.
Yes, that's just before me.
Giggsy.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, Giggsy. Yeah.
These unbelievable players they've had. So
Yeah.
they have had in the past.
Yeah.
Some world beaters, right?
But it just feels like at the minute now they haven't got that superstar A-lister, so they're gonna have to do it as a team. It's going to be hard, as we heard there. North Macedonia don't really concede goals, but you've given yourselves a chance, and that's all you can do. I mean, what you don't want to do is go into these last couple of games thinking nothing to play for. You're almost like his opportunity missed. Not that we've got nothing to play for, but it's just like, there goes another major tournament that we've not qualified for. But the fact that they do give themselves a chance, I mean, you can beat North Macedonia. That is a big statement.
Yeah. Do you think it's impossible? You know, like in '86, I'm going back some years when Argentina won the World Cup, and it was not all down to Diego Maradona,
but the majority of it was.
Predominantly was. Do you think the days of that, let's take Norway with Erling Haaland, right? Do you think the days of a superstar player can be the difference? I know you could argue that Argentina did it with Messi last time out, but they had some great players in
like Di Maria and people like that, some good players.
Do you think one player can lead a team to World Cup glory nowadays?
I think it's possible, but the rest of the team have to be so well structured. Like I think it's going to be hard, because when you look at other teams like France, they're just filled with just so many superstars, so many. So if you are going to have that one player that is going to be the hero and be that difference, the rest of your team has to be so organised.
I've got a question for you. Who's the one player you could take from world football, put in the England team to make sure we win the World Cup?
That's hard, because we've got so many good players in so many good positions.
Well, I suppose the obvious question on the back of that is, where's the weakest position?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Well, I'm not quite sure.
Well, would you want a Haaland?
No, because we've got Kane.
I know.
There's no point taking Haaland because we've got Kane.
Okay.
Unless you're going to blast your way to victory.
I don't know. You can take anyone from world football.
No.
What about Kvaratskhelia on the left?
I don't know.
Who do you want? I've never seen you lost for words.
Yeah, because I'm thinking who you could take from world football that's going to make make England better.
Yeah.
I mean, at his pomp, maybe Rodri.
I was going to say a holder like that.
Like Rodri or Caicedo, maybe.
Yeah.
Because then Declan ain't got to worry about what's behind him.
Yeah.
And then
Caicedo maybe is the answer, right?
Yeah. But you need someone. I mean, do you know what? Rodri. Because when Rodri's at his pomp,
he's dictating.
He was, when Spain won the Euros, just gone, and I was lucky enough for talkSPORT to do a couple of Spain games. He was so integral to everything they did. Everything went through Rodri. The pace they played at, the controlling of the game, when to keep the ball, when to pass the ball forward, when to attack, when to just kind of hold your shape. He was integral to everything. So I think you put Rodri in the middle of there at his best.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Let me ask you this. I like Jordan Pickford. I'm a big fan of him. He's never done anything wrong for England.
Donnarumma.
That's what I'm asking. Would you swap?
Yeah, I think Donnarumma's a better goalkeeper.
Okay.
So yeah,
would that make a difference?
It makes a difference. I don't think it guarantees you to win it.
Okay.
Because Pickford hasn't done anything wrong.
Who's a better centre half for Arsenal at the moment?
Gabriel.
Okay. Would you take him and leave out? Do you think Gurley's number one for us?
For me, in my opinion, yeah.
Would that be the answer over Stones?
Oh, it's
a great question, isn't it?
It's a great. I'm sticking with Rodri, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
We should have team news, by the way, ahead of Scotland's game. We talked about them ever so briefly. We should have team news for that game tonight, a big game when we come back. And also the boys on the sports bar will be taking your calls on another big night of football from just after 10 p.m. When we come back, one more Billy will be in the studio with his stupid haircut for the end of show quiz. Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here. and Just Eat. Get delicious meals and everyday essentials from the delivery experts. From us at 7, Hugh will be here hosting Kickoff.
Quiz time.
We always do the joke, man. Hugh will be in the studio.
Who, me?
No, Hugh. He'll be here alongside Chelsea and Scott Minto. Right, get ready to kick off. It's such a long read. 2026 in Star Wars, talkSPORT and our mates at Virgin Atlantic giving you the chance to win the incredible trip for 2 to Las Vegas. You'll kick things off in Star with exclusive access to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse Heathrow, then fly in upper class comfort with the live flat beds and premium service all the way to Vegas. Once you touch down, you'll check into a spa villa for 4 nights. Cheer from the stands as the Las Vegas Raiders take on Kansas, and we're throwing in $5,000 cash to play as well. So clear your calendar, Jan the 2nd to the 7th next year. This is how you can enter.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Good luck, everyone. Great prize. Good luck. Guess who's walked into the studio, everyone? Looks like he's 10. Oh, yeah, what else? His mum should pick him up from work. He looks like he is 10. It's one more Billy, everyone.
Evening.
Another hair watch. Golden's goes to paste.
No. When I get it cut, I'll start using the paste again.
What is going on there?
I don't want to give a bad advert for your product.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
How's your day been, Bill?
Really good. Really
That's
good.
the Adidas number, this one.
I like the hoodie. Is it Adidas?
It is, yeah.
You got Adidas trainers on?
Oh my god, it's Reebok.
Reebok.
You're a disgrace, Reebok. Mate. Rule number 1.
Yeah, but they're far enough away.
No, they're not.
They are.
You'll be far enough away in a minute. What are we doing? Billy, sorry, why have you done that?
What's that?
Adidas top Reebok trainers, man. That's
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
We care.
Yeah, we care. We don't like your attitude, Billy.
Yeah, but I don't want to go out and buy Adidas trainers or Reebok.
Have you not got any Adidas trainers?
No, not at the moment, actually.
So what are you working with at the minute?
Just pure classics, pure Reebok classics.
What are you working with at the moment? That's a great line.
I quite like classics.
Yeah,
they're not classics.
Why don't you get a Reebok?
No, they're not.
No, why don't you get a Reebok hoodie?
No.
Okay. Oh, not good enough to go on your body, no?
Nah, not on the podcast.
That's weird you said that, Billy. What are we doing?
We announced that Drive's going stateside.
Yes.
You can't go. You must be excited about it.
Didn't want to.
You're not allowed on the plane about about Guardian.
Yeah, I was asked. Didn't want to go, so.
I don't think you were asked, were you?
No, said no. Andy, do you want to go first? The quiz is all about the USA.
Yeah.
Andy, the US put the first man on the moon, apparently.
If you believe in that.
But what does the moon apparently smell like?
Well, no one would know because they've got their helmets on.
Cheese, fireworks, or nothing?
Fireworks.
Nothing.
Fireworks, apparently. Gunpowder.
And who knows that?
Neil Armstrong.
How?
He's been there.
Yeah, but he had his helmet on.
That's a good point.
You made that up, didn't you?
Good point.
That's a ridiculous answer, Bill.
I've
seen Neil Armstrong on the moon, and I've seen he had a massive helmet. All right, there's no way you can smell what the moon's like.
Yeah. Benny, do you want your question? How many stars and stripes are on the US flag?
52? 36?
What?
On a flag?
Yeah. On the
50.
50.
Yes, 50. Yeah.
I knew it was around that.
What about the stripes?
No, I don't care about the stripes. I would count the stars.
Yeah, 13 stripes.
Yeah, I thought that.
What are they for? What are they relevant to, Benny? 13.
They're presidents. Don't worry about that, brother.
They had another stripe today every time they changed their flags.
Do you want a quick guess of the intro? One each.
Yeah.
You got some US artists.
Okay.
Jack will play the first.
Is it me?
Yeah, if you want.
Jack will go to an ad break.
If you want.
Yeah, go on then.
Here we go.
Oh, the single ladies. That one. Oh, the single ladies. Put your hands up. Whoever sings that? Beyonce?
Yeah. It is.
You like that? I'm so good at guessing the intro. We should bring that back.
It's too much work for me. Don't want to work, does it?
Yeah, it's a good point. You've got to cut the audio, haven't you?
I might do it tomorrow, maybe.
All right,
Benny, do you want yours?
Go on then. Here we go. Be stupid. Go on.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that.
That's why you're laughing.
Famous song.
I've got it.
Go on.
Beach Boys, Surfing USA.
I'm finished.
You wouldn't have got it.
How'd you know that?
Because you wouldn't have got it.
I'm telling you, I would have got that.
Who's it?
Beach Boys.
What's it called?
I want to understand the Beach Boys.
What's it called?
Surfing.
What?
I know it's surfing.
So you wouldn't get it. I'm just giving you the answer.
Surfing USA because we're going to USA.
Yeah, well done.
Honestly, Bill, I'm having this one now.
No, that was it. It was one each.
No, because he grabbed my...
Oh, right. John, a question you can both answer.
Yeah,
Let's
last
go
one,
out
30 seconds.
Elvis was from America, but how many UK top 40 songs did he have?
Not as many as Michael, tell you that.
I think he's got the most, actually.
No, he hasn't.
I think so.
Who, Elvis?
Yeah, how many did he have?
Write down your answers.
Closest
Penny in front of
wins.
you. All right. Top how many?
Top 40
No, write down.
in the UK.
Top 40.
I'll just say mine. I'm going to say 23.
Oh, I don't think that me. I'll say 13.
140.
Oh my goodness.
He had.
Me.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Cake eating mofo.
204.
I don't know what you got up there. Maybe delete that. Good work, Billy. Get out of the studio.
All right, cheers,
Don't
lads.
come back till tomorrow. We're back tomorrow at 4. Make sure you stay with us. By the way, a big night of World Cup qualifiers. Stay with talkSPORT, and the boys on at 10 would be taking your calls.
What a tune.
This is that. This
Beach
is that.
Beach.
Yeah. All right, calm down. Thanks for listening. Have a good evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.